Pell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show.
And welcome to the show on a Wednesday. I don't know why, but I have FanDuel TV, the horse racing channel, up on my monitor over here. I'm watching a harness race at the Meadows right now. Fourth race at the Meadows.
You have a problem.
I really do. I wish I could bet it. You can't bet horse racing on the Hard Rock app. I mean, I could download one of those horse racing apps, but Solana will be with us a little bit later on. He's running a little bit late today. He will be with us. So we went to the Marlins game last night, me and Jimmy and Pell, Dr. Chuck, and I just want to report that the air conditioner is back on. So while we had the one-night respite on Friday from the jet engine-style air conditioner blowing on the back of your neck all game from our seats, it was back in full force last night. I was shivering. I needed Dr. Chuck to hold me.
You didn't bring your quarter zip?
And then I had the, no, because Friday night I was dressed for cold and it was warm. So then last night I wasn't dressed for cold and I needed my quarter zip.
You had a good time.
We had a great time. It's always fun at the Marlins. Always have a good time. Jimmy down to glizzy. I down to glizzy. We both had some ice cream. I went to get ice cream with Appel and Dr. Chuck. I'm not really an ice cream guy.
Yeah.
Tried to give it up a while ago just because I'd rather get my sweets elsewhere. So, but they love Mr. Softy at the ballpark. They got to get Mr. Softy.
Delicious.
So Chuck, it's on my Instagram. Chuck gets a cone with vanilla, Mr. Softy, and chocolate sprinkles. Appel gets vanilla in a Marlins helmet. And I just do vanilla in a cup. Who got it right?
Oh, man. Think of Pell. You're at the baseball park. You get the helmet.
Got to get the helmet.
Yeah. Those sprinkles. I'm with you on the sprinkles. I don't know what Dr. Chuck is doing, but.
Well, the whole thing with, especially like Mr. Softy, it's like a smooth, silky, soft serve ice cream. So you go, oh, this is the best soft serve ice cream. Look how smooth and silky it is. Let me see if I can add rough patches. What? Doesn't make any sense.
Did you feel good saying, hey, fellas, let's go get some soft serve together? That would make me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, I just, as three men walking to the Mr. Softy area, that I don't.
So you're weak then. You're weak. You're mentally weak. You're very concerned about things like just getting an ice cream. That concerns you that it might be looked at the wrong way.
No, not the wrong way. Just me turning to you and saying, Hawk, you want some ice cream? Let's go, big dog. I don't. It's uncomfortable conversation.
Oh, really? No, not for me. Doesn't bother me at all. You guys want to get some ice cream? Let's go. Yeah, I'm totally secure with that. That's weird to hear from you.
You run up to the ice cream truck with your friends still? We're 50, Hawk. I'm 40.
If I wanted to get ice cream and the ice cream truck pulled up, yeah, I would have no problem with that. So you're concerned about the way things might appear? That bothers you?
No, not even appear. I just feel funny asking another grown man, hey, let's go get some soft serve.
No, I'm saying why? Why do you think?
We'll go separate.
You have to go separate.
Do you turn and ask your buddy, hey, I'm about to go to the bathroom. You want to come with me?
Well, no.
Why?
Because I don't need to go with someone.
Why do you have to go with someone to get ice cream?
I don't have to go. Hey, I'm going to go grab some food. Anybody want to go?
No, not food. We can grab a burger together. But Mr. Softy.
But that's what I'm saying. So you're concerned about getting ice cream. I'm saying you're concerned about the optics of getting ice cream.
It's not, I don't care about who's looking at us. I feel funny about asking another grown man, do you want Mr. Softy?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it doesn't bother me. That obviously you have concerns that you think the optics is bad for that. That bothers you. That makes you feel like less of a man.
It does. It feels like less of a man. Like I don't ask my buddy hey, you got to pee because I'm about to go pee. I don't need a friend to pee. I don't need a friend to get ice cream.
Right. You don't need one. But hey, I'm going to grab a beer.
Yeah. You want a beer?
Oh, I'll go with you.
So you don't ask me to go to the bathroom. Why not? Optics?
But I'm not if I say, hey, I'm going to grab some ice cream, and somebody says, oh, I'll go get some. That's an issue?
No. I'm saying, but why don't you say I'm going to the bathroom? Anybody else need to go?
But I don't. I say, I'm going to grab some food.
But what about the bathroom?
Right. I'm going to the bathroom. I did. I told them I was going to the bathroom last night. I said, I'm going to the bathroom.
Does anybody else want to come?
But I didn't ask, does anyone else want to come? I just say, I'm going to get some food.
Why do you ask about ice cream?
You keep saying you ask about ice cream. I keep saying, hey, I'm going to get some food.
I think it's
Where's
weird
the question in there? Do you want to join me for ice cream?
I think it's weird for three grown men to go to the ice cream shop together.
And I think that you're weak if you think the optics of that are weird.
Optics. I just don't think grown men need to go. I just don't need help to get an ice cream.
But no one has said you need help. Like, here's the chatter. This guy worrying about getting ice cream. Yeah, you got, honestly, you have a deep-seated issue if you're worried about being seen with ice cream and someone else eating ice cream.
You're saying I'm being seen. I don't care who's watching me. I think it's weird if another grown man turns to a grown man and say, hey, let's go get ice cream.
All right. That doesn't strike me as odd at all.
Different people.
Yeah. No, you're concerned about the optics of getting ice cream with someone.
It's not an outside influence. It's an internal influence that I don't think another grown man.
Right, you don't feel comfortable in your own skin.
No, I'm comfortable.
If you were to get an ice cream with an adult, I find it to be odd. That's a weird place to be so weak.
So why are you weak? Are you so weak to ask him, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. You need to pee too?
But I didn't ask that. Why do you keep putting words in my mouth with the ice cream? If I say, I'm going to get a beer, that's not asking you to get one. But if someone says, oh, I'll go with you.
Come on.
Okay. I'm going to the bathroom.
I don't say that because I think it's weird.
Okay, but that's fine. So you just get up and leave your friends.
I get up and walk away. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. We're sitting at the baseball game. I go, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. I go up the stairs, I go to the bathroom.
You're checking in with 440. What are you checking in with the bathroom? You're a grown
But I'm not
man.
checking in. That's being see, Crowder still says no H. Like you're 10 years old. You're very concerned about getting an ice cream with a gentleman. It's the weirdest thing. At some point you got to get past that. At some point you got to get past that. I'm telling you, that is like
let's go ice cream time.
But I just wouldn't have a problem. If you said, let's go get an ice cream, I'd go, okay. Like, I wouldn't worry about, you're obviously worried about your sexuality and being being questioned about it. It doesn't bother me.
I'm taking it to uncomfortability. I think it's
right,
weird.
But why do you think that's uncomfortable?
Because it's weird for a grown man to turn to another grown man and say, let's go get some Mr. Softy.
Okay. We'll have to disagree. I don't see how that's weird. Let's go get an ice cream.
Mr.
Panthers
Softy
end up with the 9th pick in the NHL lottery. This is their first round pick in 5 years, which obviously means that they're doing something right as a franchise, but they will pick 9th. They were in danger, as we know, at the end of the season of losing that first round pick, but because they ended up as bad as they did, they get to retain it. They will pick 9. Now, the NBA draft lottery is Sunday. The Heat have a very, very, I'd say like a 1% chance. Ira's going to join us tomorrow. But Heat have a 1% chance of getting like the overall number 1 pick and maybe a 4 or 5% chance of getting a top 4 pick. Most likely they'll end up where they're slotted, I think, somewhere in the 11, 12, somewhere in that.
Right outside of 10.
Yeah, around there.
I know.
Yeah.
High teens.
So the Heat have been in the draft lottery 11 times in their NBA career. They have never ended up jumping the spot where they were slotted to be. Just the way that it's worked out. Now we'll see if that transpires on Sunday. Sunday is the NBA draft lottery. And so we'll find out about that, and we'll talk about that today. In fact, today on the program, it is a loaded potato. Mike Cunio is going to join us. Coach Jim Larinaga is going to join us for a full hour from 3 till 4 o'clock. And in the 4 o'clock hour, our friend Zach Gelb is going to join us. So we have a loaded potato, and Solana will return today as well. And Solana told us before the show started that Rob Pizzola, he was watching Pizzola's live stream, and Rob Pizzola likes Bayern. Is it Bayern Munich? Is that how you pronounce it, Jimmy?
Yes, you're correct.
He likes Bayern to qualify today.
Byron.
Byron or Bayern?
Bayern Munich.
Byron? Because it's Bayern.
Bayern Munich.
It's still Byron? All right.
Byron. I like Byron.
Well, they're playing PSG. Now, Bayern is a minus 165 favorite to win. But that's not what we're betting. We're betting for them to qualify, which means I'm guessing they have to win by a certain amount, Jimmy. Do you know what it would take for them to qualify?
Well, I didn't watch the first leg, so let me check it out.
All right, we'll find out. But I'm assuming it's not, obviously, if the odds are, because the odds for them to qualify are minus 115. The odds for them to win are minus 165. So we need them to qualify. So I'm going to watch that game at 3 o'clock. Do you know what channel that's at? Is that like a CBS game, Jimmy?
That is on CBS.
All right. We got a little something to watch at 3 o'clock. Bayern. See, now here's somebody who says, Byron is the guy in Overtown. Bayern is the soccer club. You sure it's not Bayern Munich?
That's the way I pronounce it.
That's not what I'm asking,
Byron?
though. I don't want to know how you pronounce it. I want to know how.
I call it Bayern Munich.
Well, but Solana calls Zephyr Hills Zephyr Hills. I want to know how everyone else calls it.
I think it's Bayern because there's no way
Byron.
Byron.
If the guy says it like that, Byron, then that's how it is.
Well, he's saying Bayern.
Byron. If it's Byron, then it's Byron.
Call witty.
Yeah, Byron is the uncle with the stretch belt on. If Bayern, it's Bayern.
Live on the air, fellas. Can I get a pronunciation for Bayern Munich? Having a little discussion with Jimmy whether it's Bayern Munich or Byron Munich. I'll get to the bottom of this in a second. I have a soccer plug.
Whittingham?
Yeah, and a pal.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to get differing opinions from the both of them.
Where are they at? What are they?
That I
Where are
don't
they?
know.
They're in Munich.
Where are they based? Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
Yeah, Munich, Germany.
There's no way there's a Byron in Germany.
Yeah, PSG leads the aggregate 5-4.
So they need to win by 2 to
Yeah.
advance?
Yes.
Need to win by 2 or by 1? By 2.
They need to win by 2. Because if
I sent that voice memo, and Appel responds with, I got this one, witty.
yeah, if it's 2-0, if it's let's say if Munich wins 2-0, then it'll be 6-5. 6-5.
Right. No, I get it. Win by 2. It could be 3-1. Could be 4-2, 5-3. I get the concept.
Yeah, but if it's 1-0, then it's just tied.
Right. Because then it would not be winning by 2.
Exactly.
All right. I just want to make sure I have it. Oh, Appel's jumping in. Yeah, Bayern.
It's Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Bayern Munich. So don't ever correct me on Bayern Munich again, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Byron works at the gas station, night shift.
Let's do headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, you know we pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. Marlins did lose last night, 9-7. They're back at it tonight. Have they lost 5 in a row? 4 in a row? They've lost a bunch in a row.
No, because
Anyway, the Marlins back at it tonight.
Dodgers.
Yeah, but they lost 3 of 4 to the Phillies and then lost again last night.
They lost 3 in a row.
3 in a row?
Yeah.
And they've lost 3 in a row. They'll try to get it back on the right side tonight. 6:40 first pitch. That game is going to be on AM 560, by the way. AM 560 because we've got Hurricane Hotline on the FM tonight. It'll be Yuri Perez on the mound. Sandy Alcantara had a rough outing last night. It was not good. Hold on, Whittingham chiming in. Appel is correct, he says. It is Bayern Munich. We've got double confirmation.
Come on,
Panthers, as I mentioned, they'll pick 9th in the NHL draft. They were slotted to pick 8th, so they fell one slot. The Toronto Maple Leafs won the lottery, so they will draft first. The draft will be held in Buffalo. Champions League semifinal leg 2. I just talked about it. Bayern hosts PSG. 3 p.m. I got money on Bayern to advance. If anybody wants to tail me, but I'm tailing Rob Pizzola. That's not my pick. That's a Rob Pizzola pick. So I'm tailing Rob Pizzola on that one.
I'm with you.
Jump in. I mean, what we got to do today? Coach L will be talking.
I hit him with the Thunder.
Watch the soccer match.
I hit him with the Thunder 15 minus 15 and a half.
You know, both lines last night surprised me. But I bet LeBron James over 20 and a half points last night because Solana sent us a little graphic that he saw on the internet before the game started last night about LeBron on Cinco de Mayo. And it was like 27, 26, 26, 25, 27. So I was like 20 and a half. All right, that seems low. And I think he scored 27 last night. Yep. Had that winning ticket, so.
Yeah. No, I'm sitting there because I kept saying, no, they're not going to beat him by 15. Then the game started, and it was about a minute in, and it was still 15 and a half. And I said, you know what? I think OKC's about to run them off the court. And I ended up winning, what was it, 18? They went like 90 to 108 or something. Yeah.
I thought that was my only winner. No, I had the goal scorer yesterday, Saka.
Yeah.
And then I got to the Marlins game. I bet no runs first inning. Sandy got shellacked in the top half of the first inning, so that was over. So that didn't do me any good. But then I had the LeBron over at night. NBA playoffs tonight. Knicks and Sixers. Joel Embiid is out. Ankle and hip injuries. We were kind of goofing on it yesterday about, him limping around towards the end of the game, but he was actually injured.
How you hurt every joint in your body?
It's crazy the amount of games in the postseason that superstars are missing this season.
Yeah.
And the postseason is still great. But you saw 3 postseason games missed by Kevin Durant. You're going to see Embiid, and Embiid missed earlier ones. I saw Luka was talking today about when he's going to be able to come back, but there are a lot of guys, high-profile, big-name guys who are missing postseason NBA games.
They kept showing Luka on TV last night like he was going to turn the game around. No, Jack, Marcus Smart has to shoot.
But you wouldn't bet 15 and a half if Luka was in the lineup.
Oh, no.
What do you think the line would be if Luka was playing?
Hey, Luka moves it at least to single digits, 7.5.
Yeah, I think like that. 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 7. Knicks and Sixers tonight. No Joel Embiid. Spurs and Timberwolves. Spurs have won 9 straight after a loss this season.
What's the spread?
Let's see here.
Let's see, because
What do you think?
It got to go down from that. It has to be closer after you see what Minnesota did to them.
Or do you say there's no way they're going to lose 2 to Minnesota?
I think they win, but 5.5,
10.5.
I'll take the points.
10.5.
I don't know. This McDaniels gets his braids redone. I don't know what goes on, but they were loaded. The Spurs were fully healthy. It could not beat them. Yeah, it's going to be a great series. That's good basketball.
Knicks and Sixers tonight, by the way. Knicks are up to 10.5-point favorites. I think it was 7.5 when Embiid was playing. Now it's up to 10.5.
I think I'll lay the points, honestly.
Yeah, Philly without Embiid.
Yeah, Maxey, he's good, but he can't just carry a team.
Anyway, that's your schedule for tonight. Your weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. Let's see what's doing in Miami. It's been a nice day up in Boca today.
Warm.
It is like hot. I don't even think it's warm. It's hot.
Got the hot level, yeah.
87 and cloudy in Miami right now. Going to be mostly sunny throughout the evening. Lows tonight dropping down to mid 70s. Tomorrow in Miami, low of 75, high of 89. Temperatures are climbing. Going to be sunny all day tomorrow as well.
We got them double digits. Them triple digits are no joke.
Temperatures are climbing. I'm watching the fourth race now at Thistledown. Take a guess where Thistledown is.
Thistledown.
I've never heard of it. I'm looking it up right now.
I was going to say, is it in the United States?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Mississippi.
California.
Thistledown is in Ohio. North Randall, Ohio.
Come on, Jimmy.
It's called the Jack Thistledown Racino.
You got to take milk thistle. It's supposed to be good for your liver and kidneys.
What is thistle?
I know milk thistle is like a plant.
Oh, it's not milk? I thought it was like an extract from milk.
No, I don't know why it's called milk thistle. It's a plant they grind up. It's good for your filtration system of your body.
Milk thistle, you're right.
Yeah.
Refers to the genus of thistle plants, most commonly Ciliabum marinum, known as milk thistle.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It's a
I used to take milk thistle when I played. It's supposed to clear your body, like clean your system and rehydrate.
How'd it work for you?
I had one interception.
Somebody's putting on the chat. Champions League, 3 p.m. We talked about it. We've got money on Bayern Munich to advance. You missed the soccer talk. All right, Mike Cunio from CBS4 is going to join us in the next segment. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low and your sleep is off and your weight won't budge and your mind feels foggy and your sex drive isn't what it used to be, switch things up. I'm talking about Atlantic Men's Clinic. Maybe your game isn't quite what it used to be, right? You have less energy and less drive. You don't feel like yourself. You deserve to feel your best. That's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Atlantic Men's Clinic. I say it every day, but it's the truth. They are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They've successfully treated many men for low T, including me. I'm telling you, you're going to notice a difference. If you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks of starting treatment, you're going to feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. Atlantic Men's Clinic, most men wait a year longer. You don't need to wait. Don't ignore the signs. Just call them right now. Take that first step towards feeling better again. They have 7 locations in South Florida, so there's going to be one near you. Call them at 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or you can visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
There's no crying in baseball.
Coming you It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Nice song.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone.
All right, Mike Cunio is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He's a sports anchor and reporter at CBS 4 here in Miami. He's the host of Dolphins Weekly Live on CBS here in Miami. Before we get to him, let me just remind everybody, because we're almost up on it, Whiskey Stars and Cigars, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, is this Friday. You come on out. Join all the hosts from QAM at Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk beginning at 6 p.m. Davion Mitchell will be there. Bernie, the Heat mascot, will be there. The Heat dancers will be there. Crowder and Solana and Jimmy will be doing the show there live on Friday. I'm off on Friday. I'm going up to Tampa for my son's graduation, which is why I won't be there. But everyone else will be at Whiskey Stars and Cigars Friday at Plantation Walk. Enjoy a nice Scotch whiskey from Johnny Walker and a smooth cigar from Drew Estate. Again, it's free. You can get the info at WQAM.com. Got to be 21 or older, but it is 6 p.m. Friday. Tabacón Cigars and Spirits at Plantation Walk. Whiskey Stars and Cigars presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. 4 brands, 1 location, your local Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Chevy dealer. Mike Cunio, will you be there? You think you'll make a celebrity appearance, Cunio, or you just stop on by unannounced?
I've never gotten invited to Whiskey Stars and Cigars, so I don't even think I'm a star. I don't think I qualify.
You're a star, Cunio, and I'm now inviting you.
I feel like you're a star, and I just invited everyone who was listening. I just did a 30-second read there, inviting everyone.
Well, I wasn't listening, if I'm going to be honest.
Come on, Cunio.
This guy. So, what do you want to talk about? What would you like to talk about first? I always think the local sports anchors are the best gauge of interest. NBA playoffs, NHL draft lottery, NBA draft lottery, Dolphins, Inter Miami, F1, the Marlins, the new boneless baby back rib sandwich at Shake Shack, eating in bed.
Yeah, eating in bed. I love that one. I mean, I do that every night. But we can start with Marlins.
Do you really eat in bed?
Now. Yeah, it's comfortable. I like to lay flat and just
my man.
Let gravity do the work.
Cunio. There's no chance you eat in bed. There's no chance.
I do. It's like one of those things where like I bought a house. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want in my house, and eating in bed is one of those things I'm gonna do in my house.
There we go. Comes with the mortgage.
No one's gonna stop me. Yeah, I pay the mortgage. I'm gonna lay flat in my bed and eat.
But you get crumbs. What are you eating? Because I know you eat granola.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Rice cakes do get messy in bed, and so, but that's what you get dogs for. Dogs clean up everything.
Out of all the people we've asked this question, Jim Larinaga and Mike Cunio eating in bed is shocking to me.
Cunio, I did not know Cunio was an ally on this one, but I love it. Cunio,
isn't it weird that Coach L and I are aligned on a lot of things? I mean, throw Crowder in there too, but I think Crowder and I are kind of kindred spirits. But I didn't have like me and Coach L being like alike on a lot of things, but here we are.
Because I find Cunio to be fastidious. Like fastidious people don't eat in bed.
I don't know what that means, so
Cunio, when he says big words, you have to act like and just use context clues because I don't know what fastidious means either.
Well, you know what's funny is I stopped using big words on this show because I thought the word antithesis meant one thing and it meant the opposite, and I was using it on this show a lot, and so I was like contradicting myself for years here, and I just realized I gotta stop. Yeah,
and I never corrected you on that. That seems out of character for me.
I think you tuned me out too. Like it's a mutual respect we have. Like once one of us starts going, one starts thinking about ice cream. I'm thinking about a workout. That's just how our relationship is.
Because I stopped using wealth and dearth because we had, I think it was Richard Justice, the baseball writer, on, and I was talking about how the Marlins or whoever I was talking about have a dearth of options in the bullpen or something. And I meant that they have a lot of options, like a wealth of options. And I found out that dearth means no, you don't have a lot of options. I was using it the exact opposite thing, like you were saying. So I've just stopped using wealth and dearth.
Yeah, I'm eliminating a lot of words, and I'm with you. I would have thought dearth would have meant a lot of options.
Right.
See, and I guess probably that's why you never corrected me. It's because we both know nothing when it comes to the English language.
All right. So I gave you a dearth of options to talk about there. Which ones would you like to discuss first?
I want to talk about the Marlins because this team, as young and as exciting as they can be at sometimes, man, they can be frustrating and in different ways. And the last two games in particular, you have you lose 1-0, and Clayton McCullough says that you give up 1 run, you should win that game. Then the last night, you score 7 with Sandy on the mound. That should be a game you win. A couple weeks ago, we had the controversy of Sandy getting pulled in the 9th. All these games are starting to add up. The Marlins barely missed out in the postseason last year after climbing out of that big hole and getting back to 500. All this matters. It's there's an old saying from the West Wing, one of my favorite shows. It was like in baseball, everyone wins 54, everyone loses 54. It's what you do with the other 54 that matter. And I feel like they're letting some of these other 54 games get away.
And that's who just said that to us, Hawk?
It was Jack McMullen yesterday. Each team's going to win 50, and you're going to win 50, lose 50. What you do with the final 62? Yeah,
yeah. And that, but didn't you say it, Cunio? They're a young team, a lot of unproven talent, and that's when those other 54 or 58, whatever that number of games, that's when you see the youth of this team, right?
Yeah, I mean. Yes and no, because we saw the youth of this team last year, right? So this is supposed to be the year you kind of start to get your footing, and it's not supposed to be surprising. Last year teams started to recognize when they played the Marlins, this isn't the Marlins of old that are going to lose 90 games. It was, this is a team that's going to be a headache for us. And just look what happened in LA last week. They go and take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. That's where you start to think okay, this is where they finally start to realize that talent and who they are, and this is what they're going to be. But then when you're pulling starting pitchers early and relying on the bullpen's giving up a lot of runs, and you're taking your ace out. These are the things that I think are starting to compile for this team, and then just not taking advantage or not capitalizing on opportunities like a 1-run pitching performance from not only your starting pitchers but the rest of the bullpen. You look at the next 2 days, it was 3 days, it's supposed to be Sandy, Yuri, and Max Meyer. And I looked at that graphic the other day and I said to myself, that should be 3 wins with the way that those 3 are pitching. And it's not. You've already dropped one of them, and you got to hope you get the next 2 because you're already 1-4 on this 10-game homestand. Yeah,
Sandy had a rough outing last night. That wasn't fun to watch. I hope that's not the not the beginning of the end. I can't figure out if they're rooting for Sandy to do well so they can trade him, or if we should be rooting for Sandy not to do well so we can keep him. I don't know what I should be rooting for when it comes.
Well,
to
if you're rooting for Sandy, and then in theory this team is going to be in contention, at least stay interesting through much of the summer, like they were last year when they got back to 500, and then you don't think that they would trade him. Maybe they add. Who knows? I don't know if they're there yet. But I don't think you root for Sandy to be bad because you want this team to be good one way or another.
I do think they probably have wild card potential, but you're correct that all these games that you're going to look back on at the end of the season going, you know what, that one you needed to win and that one you let get away. And yeah, those are the ones that are going to add up towards the end of the season. Because I think in the NL East, they really do have they might still be tied for second, right? In the NL East, or did they lose a spot?
Right. Like dropping those games to the Phillies hurt. Yeah. Because they've had their struggles. The Mets are down with the highest payroll in baseball. This was a year where, at least in the division, I mean, I know the Braves are good, but in the division, you could at least be a respectable team throughout most of the year because you're playing lesser competition. And it's just that's the frustrating part is you see the flashes with this team, with all the young talent they have here, the Marcys, the Stowers. You go down the line, the Xavier Edwards, Otto Lopez. But you just want it. You want like a 7-game win streak to happen.
Yep.
Phillies, Nationals, and Marlins are all tied at 16 and 20, which really, and you can see the Marlins are 3-7 in their last 10, but they lost 3 of 4 to the Phillies. Like they really have an opportunity to get a leg up on other teams in your division.
Look at us talking baseball, huh?
Yeah, feels weird. Let's talk Dolphins. Mike Cunio is with us. So I brought this up yesterday. It was from CBSSports.com, and it was one lingering question for each team. And the lingering question for the Dolphins was, will they add a veteran wide receiver? So bolster the ranks for Malik Willis, because you really don't have a wide receiver one. We were debating, is it Malik Washington or is it Tutu Atwell? But the story mentions Deebo Samuel, Stephon Diggs, who was found not guilty yesterday, Juwan Jennings are available. So would you go get a name veteran receiver to add to the Dolphins receiving core?
I wouldn't, and here's why. I am kind of like got my mind wrapped around mentally that they are doing all the things to get the books in order for like the next 2 years, not necessarily this year. So, I mean, if they can add a guy for a small deal 1 year, sure. But if it's something that someone's going to want 2, 3, 4 years worth of money, this becomes where you're doing the 1 foot in, 1 foot out on the rebuild thing, right? So I've in my head just been like, stick to the plan. You've got it into a place where you feel like, all right, not obviously this year with Tua and Waddle and all those other contracts that are still on the books that you got to deal with, and next year and the year after, things will start to clear up. And so I just don't want maybe those waters to get muddied. Do you waste a year of development on guys here? I don't know. I just think that you have Malik Willis and you understand, and he probably gets the understanding of he doesn't have the most proven track record worth of receivers right now on the roster, but you're not going to hold that against him this season. And so that's where my head's at. I know they want to be competitive. Obviously, they're not trying to roll over. The deal has to be right, and it has to be short term.
And Mike, like you just said, stick to the plan, because as we talked about this for the last couple of days, like you add a Deebo Samuel, and he gets you an extra 600 yards, and maybe you win one more game. But like, what is it doing? And also on the other side of that coin, Mike, you're going to get $20 million in June. Like, so you have money to sign people, even though you can't sign no big free agents. But like, the approach? Do you spend $20 million on a bunch of other young players? Like, that's my thing. Are you sticking to the plan? Because who are you signing, and what's the purpose of signing them?
Right, and yeah, I mean, even if that money frees up, it's like, do you spend big money on a quarterback, but you still have to fill out your roster? So that's where I'm at. I'm like, fill out your roster so you're as competitive as possible. And yes, it does include wide receiver. That's why I said if you can get the guy where it doesn't eat up, 25, 50% of that $20 million. That's where I think you have to find the value there. Is there is a Brandon Ayuk thing a possibility because of all the issues in San Francisco? Like, those are, you got to find it, I think, on the margins, like finding those. Could it be Tutu Atwell, who's been in the league for a little while? I don't know. I just want them to. They've done such a. It was weird because I was in Denver this week and I saw a Jalen Waddle Denver jersey, and so it's like you see what they've done to kind of reshape and put a new face on this team. So I don't know. I don't want them to kind of deviate from the plan. At least that's my thing, is just kind of stick to what you're doing.
I forgot you were in Denver. So how was the concert at Red Rocks?
It was awesome. Red Rocks, I'd been there before, just kind of during the day, like walking around, hiking, and it's really cool. But at night, seeing a concert there was a bucket list item for my wife and I. We got to do it, and it was fantastic. Went to see a UK artist, Louis Capaldi. We actually ran into him in the mall in Denver the day before. So the trip was like a huge success. Like it was fantastic. So we got a picture with him, and then got to see the concert, which if anyone can go to Red Rocks, highly suggest it. met and exceeded expectations from everything they have there. Amenities from in and out, like the views, it's incredible.
How do you go to a vacation concert with a baby, Mike? You got to teach me how to do this. I didn't leave the house for 4 years.
You don't take the baby. That's how you do it.
I've always wanted to see a concert at Red Rocks.
You ask the lovely lady at the front desk to watch your child for a few hours. And,
No, you don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, first of all, the lady at the front desk where Crowder stays hands you a plunger, so he doesn't stay at the finest places.
Hey, man, Motel 6 is nice.
Would you ever bring your family, Cunio, to a place where you go to the front desk and you say, hey, we've had an issue upstairs in the bathroom. Can you send maintenance up? And she hands you a plunger.
God, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. This has been an issue one time for me, and they came to the door and they're knocking. It was a wedding, and I open the door, and the guy is sitting there with a plunger. And as I look down the hall, the bride and the groom are like, "Cunha, what did you do?" And I'm just like, "Oh my God!" And this was like the post-wedding, like everyone's getting drinks at the bar back at the hotel, and it was like the second floor, and it was embarrassing. And yeah, that's
yeah. Cool. Yeah. I went to a place. I obviously clogged the toilet, so I called downstairs, and the guy comes up with a plunger with a garbage bag wrapped around the rubber part and just hands it to me. Like, your job. And I was like
would you ever stay at a place that did that, Cunio? That tells you the level of place you're keeping your family at.
That depends on how much it was. There are bargains.
It was $79 a night.
Is it the one where you put the quarter in the bed and it starts to rattle? Back in the day.
We paid by the hour.
So that we got to go because we're out of time. But Louis Capaldi, I don't know if I know his music. I know of him. Was he mobbed at the mall when you saw him, or did no one recognize him?
It's funny because he even said it in the concert. He goes, "Where is everyone in Denver?" I don't know what was going on in Denver, but it was like a ghost town. No one was there. And so we're in the mall because we just didn't bring winter gear. So like, let's just get a hoodie or beanie for the concert because it's in the mountains. And Jenny just taps me and she goes, "There's Louis Capaldi." And I look up and sure, he's on the other side of the rack. And I'm like, "Oh, hey, we're here to see you." And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then, that
so was he alone?
There was no one there. He was with his friends, like I guess like his bandmates and whatever. It was like 4 or 5 guys, and that was it. It was like 7 of us in the store, and it was just us. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
LL Bean.
Zara.
Zara. You're speaking Crowder's language.
Man, they have the nicest suits, Mike. The nicest
Zara.
suits.
Hey, and they're like $90.
Yeah, you went to get a quick. You went to get like a quick hoodie for the concert. You went to Zara in the mall.
A beanie. I just needed a beanie, and so we just walked in and like boom, giant Zara. We're like, okay, there's got to be something here, and so we're just
there's Louis Capaldi.
And there's Louis Capaldi. What's up, dude?
Wild.
What happened?
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? All right, Mike Cunio from CBS 4. Maybe everyone will see Mike Friday night at Whiskey Stars and Cigars if he decides to grace everyone with their presence. We'll see you, Cunio.
Love you. Bye.
I love you too. Love that. Makes me feel all warm and tingly. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Everything that comes out of my mouth is generally wrong.
Join the Declaration.
Hey, Jimmy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I sure can. That's great.
All right, perfect. We'll be back in a few minutes, like about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has
Jimmy's on his game today when it comes to the music, man.
Ready for
Doing his
action, nipping
thing.
in the bud. We never relaxing.
Appreciate you, Jimmy.
Appreciate you, Jimmy. Coach Larinaga is there. Solana is going to join us at some point this afternoon. He's just running late, but Coach Larinaga is not running late. He's the winningest coach in men's basketball history, and he joins us on Wednesdays for an entire hour. We are so very lucky. In fact, I was just looking at his most recent tweet, if you follow him on Twitter, and it's got like 500,000 views. And it's something he brought up on this show. I want to get to it later because I want to talk NBA. But he said, what is the NCAA doing about D1 schools signing so many pro players from Europe? Our universities are signing pros from Europe and not our American high school athletes. Something is wrong with this picture. And people are weighing in from all over the place. Kane's Coach L on Twitter, if you don't already follow him. But I think you made the point, was it on this show last week where you said, hey, if like you're in the Canadian Football League, you can only have 3 non-Canadians on the roster, something along those lines. And I guess your concern is what? All the coaches now are just poaching players out of Europe, and American high school athletes are kind of being left to dangle.
Well, it wasn't.
Hold that thought. 305.
305.
305.
Dale.
God bless.
Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
305 is brought to you by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family. So you were saying, Coach.
Okay, very simply, I'm assuming all you guys graduated from high school and then went to college, right? Is that
I
true?
went straight to the pros.
You did? You went right. I didn't know that was a profession back then. Anyway, you go from high school to college, right? And now you have college coaches saying out loud, and it's all over Instagram and Twitter and X, whatever, all over social media. No, I'm not recruiting high school kids. I'm going to recruit the portal, which are transfer students, upperclassmen, and I'm going to recruit players from Europe who are already professionals. They're being paid to play, and then they come here and get paid more than they were making in Europe. That's why they're coming. If they were getting paid less, they wouldn't come. And they're not coming for the education. They're not coming to get a degree. And the mission statement of all our university is to graduate our students. And so that when their professional careers are over, if they don't make it in the pros, they have a college degree where they can, get a job. I wouldn't have been able to coach if I didn't graduate from college. And all of my players, that was a major priority. And now I see there's a discrepancy between the motivation to come and play your sport and graduating. And college coaches are saying, I'm not going to recruit an incoming freshman when I can recruit a 22, 23-year-old guy from Europe who's been playing pro ball for 5 or 6 years.
It's the wild, wild west right now, right? With recruiting players from Europe and NIL and all this stuff, there has to be some sort of parameter set. Jimmy, am I seeing that PSG is already beating Bayern Munich 1-0?
That is correct.
Well, that doesn't bode well for my bet.
No.
For our bet, because you pulled me into this one.
Well, it was Rob Pizzola who pulled me into it. It was only because Solana had pointed it out to me. We need Bayern Munich here in the Champions League, Coach, to win by 2, and they're already down 1-0 in the 5th minute.
And the aggregate is 6-4.
I was listening earlier, and I really liked your explanation, Hawk. So that like 3-1, you win by 2. 5-3, you win by 2.
Right.
I thought that was very astute, because then you say if you win 2-1, you didn't win by 2. That was ingenious. That was a great evaluation and explanation of you got to win by 2.
That's my UM education.
UM graduate, Coach.
That's right. That's my UM education.
That's why it was so simple to understand.
Well, Coach, it goes on.
Let me ask you guys a
9-7
question.
is a 2-point win. 11-9 is a 2-goal win.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you just keeps moving.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You guys know if all these college coaches are recruiting pros from Europe, why can't we recruit our own pros, guys who are sitting at the end of the bench, who would come from the G League or the NBA and say, hey, I never graduated from college. Let me go back and get my degree. You know, I'll go back and they'll pay me $3, $4, $5 million more. There is an Instagram post where the kid Danny Wolf, who's playing, I think, for the Brooklyn Nets, and he's making like $2.5 million, and you got AJ DeBanster at BYU like making like $5 million. So do you know in the NBA draft, only 71 applicants for this year's draft? Normally it's in the hundreds, but guys are staying in college so they can get paid better. So why are we allowing European players to come and get paid when they have no interest in graduating? They're going back home to Europe after they play, or if they're lucky enough to make it to the NBA. But we can't recruit college coaches like myself. I would have loved to have been able to recruit a couple of guys out of the G League who were not making that much money.
And Coach, that's what I was going to say to you, where you're talking about like you took pride in your graduation rate.
Exactly.
As the landscape changes, though, Coach, these guys just have to win. So if I can get a 22-year-old out of Europe, I don't have to develop this 17-year-old guy out of New York. Like I can't take 3 years to develop him. I'll take this made project and go win right now so I can keep my job. I think NIL and the money and like everything Hawk's talking about, the landscape has changed.
Yeah, can you imagine, LeBron didn't go to college. If he made himself available, I'm retiring from the NBA, but I'd like to go get my degree. What will you pay me to come? How much is my NIL deal worth?
Coach, it's what you
It's
gotta
not
do.
that outlandish, though,
No.
with the way that we see things happening. I mean, he's got college eligibility. So,
Well, here's the thing now,
I
it's
still have
changed.
2 years. I have 2 years of eligibility left.
Yeah, but here's what's made the difference. There's a new NCAA rule. I don't know if there's going to be lawsuits that are going to say it's not legal, but they're saying from the time you either graduate from high school or turn 19, you have 5 years of eligibility. No longer 4 years of eligibility, but no longer redshirt years, no longer injuries. You can't. There's no way to get more than 5 years of eligibility. It's 5 and you're done.
So you're done at 25? That's it? Like you age out?
You age out at 24. So you have 19. Maybe you can count with me on this one.
It was my
19,
UM education
20,
showing.
21, 22, 23. Okay, at 24, you're done.
Wow. And Coach, have you heard this? Honestly, I don't know, but as you talk about it, they have to start legislating high school because guys are reclassing. They're juniors that don't think they're going to get a scholarship the next year, so they become a junior again. So they have to start legislating high school athletes that they can only be in high school athletics for 4 years.
Yeah, this culture that we're in right now, the football and men's basketball for sure, it is the wild, wild west. And hey, do you ever watch that TV show, Wild Wild West, James West?
No, I remember the movie with Will Smith was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
That big spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the TV show was not bad. But
I didn't know it was based off a TV show.
Yeah, it was based off a TV show. James West was the FBI undercover agent, and
you
Artemis
can acknowledge
Gordon.
It's one of the worst movies ever made, right?
Yeah, that was one
But
of the worst
Coach,
movies.
did James West have a big automatic spider?
An automatic spider?
It's one of the reasons the movie was so terrible.
It had an automatic spider
as
in
a
the
great
movie.
movie.
Will Smith had a big spider, and he was on a spider fighting some guy in a wheelchair. Weird movie.
Oh,
Not
I
doing
don't
a great job.
remember that. I think I
explaining
walked
the
out of
plot.
that movie.
Yeah. Have you ever walked out? Do you walk out of a lot of movies?
My fair share. If I don't like the first 30 minutes, I'm gone.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Even though you paid the money, you're like, I'm not going to torture
Hey,
myself.
Did
sitting through this.
you ever see the Broadway show, The Book of Mormon?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Crowder, you?
With Denzel?
The Book of Mormon. No. hey, that play, everybody loved it. They were raving about it. I couldn't wait to go see it. I flew up to New York with my wife. We went to the Book of Mormon. It was awful. The jokes were terrible. I walked out. I just
Really?
couldn't stand it.
I enjoyed it. We saw it on Broadway. I did walk out of Cats, though. Didn't
I
understand
haven't
why
seen
people
Cats.
liked it.
Oh.
Yeah, I walked out. I'm sitting there going, "What? I don't know. What am I missing here? Like, why is everyone loving this?" And I did walk out of that.
Well,
I've walked out of like 3 movies in my life, though. One was Broken Arrow with John Travolta. You remember that movie?
I like that movie. John Travolta in Broken Arrow?
Yeah, terrible.
About the bomb?
Yeah, I don't know. He's walking next to some airplane or something.
No, the airplane gets shot down and the bomb gets buried and they have to find it. And
Yeah, terrible. And then The Animal with Rob Schneider. Walked right out of that
I
one.
walked out of that one too.
And there's a director everyone loves. My son and I walked out of the movie. Asteroid Man, what was it? Asteroid City. Asteroid City.
I never heard of it.
Everyone loves this director. What's this guy's name?
That futuristic weird stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Asteroid City. Wes Anderson is the director.
Yeah, no, I don't like his work either.
Yeah, it's
he's
like
not
one of those
one of
things
my-
where everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so smart, I understand what he's talking about," and it's just terrible.
Coach, I was thinking about Book of Eli.
Oh, Book of Eli,
yes.
Denzel. Yeah, you got to like that one.
Okay, yeah. Not Book of Mormon. My bad, Coach.
Oh. Yeah, no. Book of Eli is a movie and it's very
Are we
good.
like the opposite
Denzel.
of your table of knowledge? When you sit
Yeah,
down
that's-
with the
yeah.
table of knowledge and you're impressed with everyone's knowledge, it's called the table of knowledge. And then you've been on with us for about 12 minutes so far. Are you just flabbergasted by the amount of non-knowledge?
Well, I'm flabbergasted that you keep coming back to who eats in bed. you were talking about that with Cunha,
Yeah.
and I'm listening and I'm saying to myself, man, they like to beat a dead horse, don't they?
That should be that's written into my contract. Will you continue to beat the dead horse? That's my entire career. I latch onto something and I have to know everyone's opinion on it. I find eating in bed to be fascinating, especially you. You don't seem like the eat in bed guy.
No, I told you I've cut way back. I don't eat in bed now because there's no TV in bed. So when you quit watching the TV, then there's no reason going there.
Do you
So
not have a TV in the bedroom? Did we cover this?
I have a TV in the bedroom, but I've made the decision I'm not going to watch TV in the bedroom. When I go into the bedroom, the TV is off, and I get on my phone and I scroll through Instagram. That's my form of entertainment before I fall asleep. Instagram, social media, it's addictive. I can't stand it. I mean, I think it's the stupidest way to spend your time. But I have a few word games. You ever played Wordscape?
No.
You like Wordle. You
Every
should
day.
play Wordscape.
Is it more difficult?
Well, Wordle is just one time.
Right.
Wordscape is it's a what do you call it? A puzzle that you just fill in the words. It has a certain number of letters, and you're given a certain number of letters to fill in all the blank spaces. So you might be given 6 letters, and you have 20 spots to fill, and you got to figure out words with the six letters.
Mm.
I play
I don't know
Card
if I-
Match and Toy Blast.
What's
I've
your
never heard of
Instagram
those.
feed like, Coach? Is it all college basketball and college sports?
Oh yeah, I love. Yeah, they got so much great stuff with all this recruiting. Here's the crazy thing about the portal. Now there's rankings for who are the top players in the portal, and who are the top teams that are ranked in the portal. And it's not your whole recruiting class; it's just your portal recruiting.
Just the portal.
And then they rip the coaches who are not doing good in the portal. I saw one today that it was who are the coaches that are doing worst in the portal, And they list like 5 guys who are in the Power 4, Power 5 conferences. And, you have the Big East is included in the Power 4 with the ACC, the Big 10, the Big 12, and the SEC. You throw the Big East in there, you have 5 conferences, and they were listing the 5 coaches who have done the worst job. I'm like, unbelievable.
Did you pay attention to that kind of noise?
I think 2 of them were in the Hall of Fame.
When you were coaching, did you pay attention to that kind of noise when people would be like, even you would go viral with your post-game dances when you were winning? Yeah. I'm talking about even the positive noise. Like, did you pay attention to any of that stuff?
I never read the newspaper articles. I never read anything about our Miami team. I never really watched games on TV. Everybody says coaches are glued to ESPN. The only games I watched were ACC games, or if we were going to play a non-conference opponent like Michigan or Michigan State or Illinois. Those were the teams I watched, and I spent all my time studying. I wanted to study their personnel. I wanted to study their style of play. I wanted to study everything about how they played the game. What kind of defense? When are they good against man but bad against zone? Right? Or are they big? Are they small? Are they shoot a lot of threes? And by studying the opponent, that allowed me, when in my staff meetings, to meet with my coaches and say to them, look, here's everything I know about them. Now you tell me everything you know about them, and let's come up with a game plan that's going to work.
And Coach, speaking about opponent evaluations, did you ever look at anybody else's evaluations or anything on the internet, or it was all off what you saw on film?
No, we of course we looked at all the computer rankings. What KenPom is, Ken Pomeroy's, KenPom.com.
Mm-mm.
That's an efficiency rating. So you can go on there and it rates everyone from the number 1 team in a category to the 365th team. And it will rate you in categories like field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage, turnover percentage, everything about efficiency. It rates your offense, it rates your defense in every single category. And so you can look at your own team and say, okay, these are the areas we're most vulnerable in. So when I first got to Miami and I talked to the team, I asked them the question, how good are we at rebounding? And they were big. They said, oh, we're really good at rebounding. Okay, where do we rank? 1 to 365. Where do we rank? And they said, oh, we got to be top 50. I said, yeah, well, we're 222. And they were like, what? I said, yeah, we're not a very good rebounding team. And I said, how about turnovers? How well do we handle the ball? And they said, oh, we got to be like in the top 50 in that. And I said, yeah, we're 218. We turn the ball over way too much. And so the players then turned to me and asked the question, well, Coach, how are we going to improve it? I said, that's what we do every day in practice. We will prioritize the areas of the game that we're good at so we can still stay good, but we'll also prioritize the areas of the game that we haven't been efficient at and get better at those. And we ended up in the top 50 in both those categories the next season in rebounding and fewest number of turnovers, because the players then knew. We had a great drill called the TOBE, TOBE, turnover ball elimination. And the players were like, what does that mean? I said, every time we turn the ball over, we get rid of that ball for the day. Hey? And we only have 12 balls in the rack. So when we turn the ball over 12 times and we have no more basketballs, take a guess what we're going to be doing.
Suicides.
Run. And so the players themselves would be saying to themselves, man, we only got 5 more balls up in the rack. Quit making hard passes. Yeah. Be sure you come to meet the pass. They'd be coaching each other not to make the same mistakes over and over again. And after a while, I didn't have to even do the drill because the players then had disciplined themselves to be smarter. And with rebounding, It was the leading rebounding big and the leading rebounding guard was out of conditioning for that day. And so our bigs were competing with each other. If we had Reggie Johnson, he was killing guys, throwing them to the ground to get a rebound. Kenny Kaji said, I got to win this. I don't want to be running at the end of practice. And then the guards, Duran Scott and Shane Larkin, Trey McKinney-Jones, Ryan Brown, they didn't want to do the extra running that we did because conditioning at the end of practice was very, very demanding. Yeah. And so to earn your way out by being a better rebounder was a good message to send all of them.
Cool. I'm gonna start implementing that on this show, Jimmy Crowder. You have any verbal miscues? We got to figure out what the number is. Once we get to 5, you got to do the rest of the show standing, and then if you have a 6th verbal miscue, you got to be running in place for the rest of the show. You okay with that, Jimmy?
I'll be out of breath.
I'm gonna have an asthma attack. Run in place for 2 hours.
Hey, Hawk, I think it should be for anybody that interrupts you.
We'd be running in the 3rd minute. We'd be running for 3 hours and 57 minutes a show.
You gotta interrupt him, Coach. He'll talk forever.
Yeah. And if I'm at a wedding or a bar mitzvah, you just have to take the microphone because no one's getting back to the party if I'm giving any kind of speech. Let me bang through these headlines because I want to talk NBA playoffs with Coach Larinaga, and Solana is missing right now. So I'll do headlines real quick. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, we know you pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. Quickly, the Marlins lost last night. They have game 2 against the Orioles tonight at Lone Depot Park. 6:40 first pitch. It'll be Yuri Perez on the mound. You can listen to the game on AM 560. You'll hear Hurricane Hotline on the FM tonight. Florida Panthers, they will pick 9th in the NHL draft. They had the draft lottery last night. They will pick 9th, and the Miami Heat will find out where they pick in the draft on Sunday. The NBA draft is on Sunday. Right now, PSG leading Bayern Munich 1-0, 23rd minute. Not good for our qualifying bet for Bayern. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the afternoon. NBA last night, Thunder, Solana wrote on the headlines, flop their way to victory over the Lakers in game 1.
Goodness gracious.
Pistons beat the Cavs also in game 1 last night. Tonight, Knicks and Sixers game 2. Joel Embiid has been ruled out. And Spurs and Timberwolves game 2. Will the Timberwolves be able to surprise them a second time in San Antonio? We'll talk with Coach in the next segment about it because I have a lot of NBA playoff questions that I want to ask him. The weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping you keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. Right now in Miami, 88 degrees and partly cloudy, getting down to the mid-70s tonight. And tomorrow in Miami, low of 75, high of 89, and it is going to be sunny all day in the Magic City. All right, Jim Larinaga is going to stick with us for one more segment. I do want to talk NBA playoffs because they have been good so far, and another couple good games on tap for tonight, so do not go anywhere.
If your garage is outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, you can't wait. Call Allied Doors, especially if it's not hurricane ready. You know hurricane season is coming. It's getting hotter, and it's going to roll around. You got to call Allied Doors. Serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. They are the best. Don't be the neighbor that has a beautiful home, well-kept yard, and them garbage garage doors. Don't do it. You upgrade everything else. Get garage doors from Allied Doors. I'm telling you, they have a huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, custom impact-rated doors built to protect and upgrade your home so you're not that neighbor that people are talking about when they come through the gate. Industry-leading LiftMaster openers, and the LiftMaster openers are amazing. We have them on a personal home, my wife's investment homes. We have them. The noisy ones, the ones that take 45 seconds to get up, get a LiftMaster opener. I'm telling you, you will love it. It is built to perform. Call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550. Visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad and get $300 off. Upgrade your house, protect your house, and get $300 off. Man, call Allied Doors today, 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I've wondered what planet Solana is from lately, and I'm finding out it's definitely not Earth.
No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this.
Oh, this is the Wild Wild West theme from the movie. See what you did there, Jimmy. All right, got to bring Coach up on the video. Jimmy, there he is. Coach Jim Larinaga back with us for another segment. PSG still leading Bayern Munich 1-0.
I think I described Wild Wild West perfect.
It's a terrible. Unfortunately, you did, and it's a terrible movie. Unfortunately, the description was correct.
Okay.
Although I will tell you, someone put on the text line, don't talk about Wild Wild West when Solana's not there. Y'all are just old. The movie is iconic to our generation.
And
Oh, my
y'all,
goodness.
yeah.
What generation is that?
Low IQ, Coach. Low IQ. Goodness
So,
gracious.
NBA playoffs, let me start with your son's former team, the Celtics. Can you believe they got bounced out in round one?
That was really, really hard to understand, except in game 7, the game they needed to close them out and move on. Jason Tatum didn't play. Now, he missed other games, and I think the Celtics did all right without him. But in game 7, they relied so heavily on the three-point shot and couldn't make one when it counted. Jaylen Brown was terrific, but the rest of the squad just not up to the task. And, you know, that expression, live by the three and die by the three, was very, very true for the Celtics.
But, Coach, in that game, this is what frustrated me. Jaylen Brown is one-on-one with Joel Embiid, who has him by 9 inches, and nobody's coming to help.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad for him almost, Coach.
Oh, you mean when Jaylen Brown pushed Joel Embiid to the ground? And I'm thinking to myself, one guy weighs about 200 pounds, the other guy weighs 300 pounds. Oh, you pushed me too hard. I'm falling down. That hurt. And, you know, Joel Embiid isn't even going to play tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
I think the 76ers are going to be in trouble. They're going to go down 0-2. And, you know, they can fight back in Philly, you know, in the next
they
two.
fought back against Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, Joel Embiid is a conundrum for me. I mean, some nights he's unbelievably great, and other nights you're wondering what's going through his mind. Like, at the end of the game, his knee was bothering him. So you remember what he did? He just started jacking up threes.
Yeah.
The guy sees himself like, oh, I'm unstoppable inside. Let me show him unstoppable outside too. And he gave the Celtics a chance. They came back and tied the game and had a real shot at winning it, but they couldn't make a three.
And, Coach, speaking about Joel Embiid, that was one of my questions. How hard is it to have literally a guy that's an MVP caliber player, but you just don't know in game what he's going to do and don't know if he's going to be available? I guess he's missed more games than he's played. As a coach, how hard is that to know that your best player on your team, you don't know if he's going to play, and if he plays, where his mindset is?
Well, you ask any coach what's the most important ability, they'll tell you availability. I got to know consistently, are you going to show up and are you going to play the way you're capable of playing? Because if you're inconsistent, either inconsistent in terms of you're not available and you're not going to play, or inconsistent in terms of one night you score 30 and the next night you get 10.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that coaches struggle with when you have players who are inconsistent. That's the beauty of having someone, okay, like LeBron. I mean, he's such a consistent performer. He gives you his best effort. Doesn't mean he's going to shoot great every night, but you know he's going to be there. You know, you have guys, you know that John Stockton played 18 years and something like 16 of the 18 years he did not miss a single game.
I mean, it was a different mindset back then. It just was. I was saying earlier in the show, there are high-profile players missing postseason games, and I'm not suggesting that they are not injured, because obviously they are. But it feels like back in the day, and I know I sound like the old guy, but it feels like back in the day, some of these injuries may have been the kind of injuries that people just tough it out.
Oh, when I was growing up, my hero was John Havlicek, and he always had his thigh wrapped. He had plantar fasciitis on his foot, and they said he was icing the foot for 24 straight hours. As soon as the game ended, his foot went in ice, and then after the next game, his foot was back in ice constantly throughout, and they won the championship. And I'd see a guy like Jerry West. He'd always have his thigh, his groin taped or something. And that cost Jerry West the end of his career. His career ended because of an injury, because he couldn't do the things that he was capable of doing. I don't know if it's the player's fault that he's not playing, his decision, or his agent, or the team's doctors. It's definitely not the coaches. The coaches are just giving the information. This guy is available to you or he's not available to you.
You can't argue that, by the way, right? You get that
can't
information.
Really,
you can't twist someone's arm.
No, because first of all, we're paying the players so much money. It's an investment. And you do not want to take the chance on that guy having a career-ending injury because you played him when he was not 100% healthy, but just had a chance to really injure himself. There's one example, and to me, it was so disappointing. Isaiah Thomas, not the legendary Hall of Famer, but the 5'10" Isaiah Thomas who played for the Celtics and was either runner-up for MVP, but he's certainly in the running, had the most sensational season, and in the playoffs injured his groin and still played, and he re-injured it worse and never came back from that. He ended up getting traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, then the Pelicans. He bounced around, but he was never the player that he once was because he never recovered from that serious injury. So you do have to concern yourself about that.
And Coach, I had, and it's funny, different times, and you talking about talking old, Hawk, I'm talking old. But I remember Charlie Strong and Ron Zook. I had knee surgery on Tuesday. We were playing LSU that following Saturday. And they asked me, they were like, hey, how you feel? And I was like, 80%. And they told me, your 80% is better than your backup's 100%. And it made me, I went out there, I ran around, and I was like, okay, Coach, I'm good to go. I don't know if that happens nowadays. Those conversations happen between coaches and players.
Yeah, well, I used to walk 5 miles in the snow to get to school every day. I made the sacrifices, and now the kids today, they drive to school in their Lamborghinis. And, it's a different generation, different set of rules. And I'm dying to talk about the greatest player of all time who's yet to win a world championship, our boy Wemby.
Coach, you want to talk about Wemby?
Yeah, you guys. I thought the Spurs were going to go undefeated through the playoffs, and now they're down 0-1 to the Timberwolves. And my guy Rudy Gobert is showing like he took care of the Joker. Nikola Jokic is now watching the playoffs. Is he going to take out Wemby and send the Spurs packing? I don't know. Now, the key to that is he's not a scorer. Now, he only averages 7-8 points a game and about 10, 11 rebounds. Is Anthony Edwards playing tonight? Is he available? Because without him,
it's going to be different.
Yeah, the Spurs are probably going to win anyway, but it's you normally bounce back. You lose a game at home. You don't feel like you played your best game. Players who are very competitive, they've had a great regular season. They finished second, and now they can look. The Celtics are out. Oh, man, that gives us a shot at the world championship. But they got a big one tonight because if Anthony Edwards is healthy, he's got what is it? He got a bone bruise or something.
Yeah, but I think he's available. I know there's props for him on the Hard Rock app, but I think, like you said, regardless, I think the Spurs have to make a statement tonight.
They have to win tonight. Coach, I had a problem with those last 10 seconds down by 2.
Ooh.
Wemby should have got the ball. That was you're the best. To your point, we praise him. He wasn't even down on offense when Champagne.
He's the one that kicked it ahead.
He took the ball. He has the ball, coach, and then he passes it. You're Wemby. Go score and tie the game to go to overtime. I had a problem with that.
Okay, so here's what I would tell you. Even as great as he is, and I agree with you, he's headed in the right direction to be in that conversation. But he's also been trained to be a team player and to find the open man and do what the team needs. I coached a player like that in Ralph Sampson. Now, I know you guys don't know how good he was, but Ralph was 7'4". He had all the skills. And I worked with Ralph every single day. But he was so team-oriented at the end of games. I had this conversation with him. I said, Ralph, look, it's the end of the game. We're down 1. We have the ball. We're going to you. What shot are you looking for? You got to have a plan, your go-to shot, your go-to move to win the game. And then he came back with, well, depends on where I am. I might, shoot a 15-footer or a turnaround or maybe a hook shot. I said, no. It's got to be so clear in your mind. And then he said, okay, a turnaround. I said, okay, now if you're double teamed, what are you going to? Well, I'm going to find the open man. I said, no. You're the best player in the country. They can't guard you. If the turnaround is what is your go-to move, they can't stop it. I don't care. They can put the whole team on you. Shoot the turnaround.
Yeah.
All right. So we're in the NCAA tournament. He gets double teamed. He kicks it out. It's the nature of the way they play. And I think Wemby kicked it ahead thinking that was the right play. And they did get an open 3. Mm-hmm. It was not a bad shot. But if it's
Crowder's point was, I want Wemby's the next big superstar. Get that ball in the bucket.
Yeah.
Well, if that was Michael Jordan or LeBron, they're going to the basket. They got the ball in their hands and they can't be stopped. Jordan shot against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You go, the shot, right. And then against the Utah Jazz, and they're down. No, maybe it's tied. I can't remember. They're down 1, and he hits the game-winning shot. I think it's the last one with the last championship for the Bulls.
Yeah.
There's 6th
the
one.
Fist bump, the crossover fist bump.
Yeah, the crossover.
Yeah. Although famously, he did find the open John Paxson and the open Steve Kerr.
Yes. Now you gotta again, and that's Phil Jackson. Tell him, look, if you're going to be double teamed and you're going to take a challenge shot, we're better off with a great shooter shooting an open 3. Throw it to Paxson, throw it to Kerr.
But if he's going to give up the ball, you better make that shot. You can't miss that if you're John Paxson or Steve Kerr.
Well, that's the point. I mean, they were so good and believed in each other so much, the confidence level. The Spurs are not there yet. They haven't won a championship. The team that's on the roll is OKC. You can just see
who can stop them. Let me ask you this, because I think we all agree OKC is probably the best team in the NBA. Before we run out of time here, the Knicks, let's assume they're going to get past the Sixers, especially if Embiid isn't playing. So now they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. Are the Knicks legitimately a Eastern Conference Finals team, or is this kind of the sign of a weird Eastern Conference this season with Indiana and now Boston in the first round? And I watch the Knicks and I'm like, man, they don't feel like a powerhouse to me. And I love Jalen Brunson, but they don't feel like a powerhouse to me.
Well, they also have Karl Anthony Towns, who's a major factor. And I think for the Knicks, let's go back last year. The Indiana Pacers came out of the East. Were they a true contender going against OKC in the final?
I mean, that was the big debate, right, about Halliburton, too. Is he a superstar? Is he just a star?
Oh, Crowder, you say no?
Who?
That finals,
Halliburton?
you didn't think that was a great finals?
It was great games, but I knew OKC was going to take it. They're just too talented.
Yeah, that's because Halliburton got hurt. I mean,
Coach, if Halliburton was healthy,
if
Coach,
SGA got hurt, you'd be sitting there talking about, oh man.
But OKC still wins. If Halliburton's healthy, OKC still wins.
I'm not sure about that, but I think right now, OKC is the class of the NBA.
But do you think the
they're
Knicks are a
showing that.
powerhouse?
What?
Do you think the Knicks are a powerhouse?
No, I don't think so. It comes back to the same thing I argue with you guys all the time. It's about winning. When's the last time the Knicks won a world championship?
Oh my God, I don't know. I revel in that.
1972.
I was about to say Ewing, but I know he didn't win one.
No, and they got to the finals a couple of times. But it's that, Akeem Olajuwon said, "The heart of a champion." Those guys who have won it, who have been there, have figured it out and know how to overcome the odds, overcome the injuries, overcome the matchup. Sometimes you're mismatched. And we had it here in Miami when we had LeBron and Bosh and D Wade, but it took a miracle shot by Ray Allen to give us a chance. You got to have guys who can step up, who have that championship pedigree in their history. Shane Battier did it for us. I mean, those guys are special. And OKC, you look at the game Chet Holmgren had in game one.
He can play.
I mean,
I need someone with the heart of a champion on Bayern Munich here in the second half because they're down 1-0.
Don't worry. All you have to do is win by 2, so it's not a problem.
Coach, you never talked about this before, and Solana texted, so I got to ask a Solana question.
Okay.
When you talked about Jaylen Brown throwing Joel Embiid into the fourth row, and you watch these kids, like, does flopping get to you?
Oh,
flopping gets to me.
Oh, it does. Now he's talking about SGA shot making and jumping in and drawing contact, and the referees, but it's very, very consistent of what the referees are going to call.
Yeah.
But did you see the quick cuts of last night's game on social media where people just put together the foul, the flop after flop after flop that SGA was doing last night?
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? It's
I
like,
mean, that's frustrating to play against when you keep getting those calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those outtakes on TV, the edits that they do that are comedic, they're very, very funny. Oh,
anyway,
you ever see at the end of the movies, like a Jackie Chan movie, and they show him doing some incredible stunt, and then they actually show you where he messed up a couple of times, and you laugh hysterically, like during the movie you're thinking, "Oh, what a move," and then they show you the outtakes and say, "Oh man, he got hurt on that one."
My favorite part of the movie is when they show an outtake reel at the end.
Yeah, those
remember
are
the old Smokey and the Bandit movies, and they would show the outtakes at the end.
Yeah.
Talk about sounding like a.
Are you a Burt Reynolds fan?
So, I'm a little young for his heyday.
Yeah.
But I loved a few of the things that I saw him in, like the original Longest Yard, not the.
That was great.
Crappy one that Crowder and Solana love with Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
No, I like that one too.
But Burt Reynolds, who lived in Jupiter, by the way, had the more I've read about him, like he just seemed like a mean guy. Like just
really?
Just like a super acerbic mean guy. So
I
don't
didn't know that.
Yeah. Didn't seem like a very friendly.
Well, he did go to Florida State.
That is true. So already. We count that against him. All right, we gotta go.
Get in Florida State.
We love talking to you. You want to hop on this Bayern second half run?
Say it again.
Don't even worry about it. I don't want you to lose money on this Bayern bet like the rest of us. We'll see you, Coach.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
There you go, Jim Larinaga. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll have headlines. Zach Gelb is going to join us in the 4:00 hour as well. Quick break, and then we'll come right back.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, Claude, let's jump Hawk.
WQS.
So a little, and we went long with Coach Larinaga there, as we always do. We're kind of used to that on Wednesdays because we could talk to him for hours.
Forever.
Yeah, he's just compelling. I love everything that he talks about. There is some breaking news in the world of horse racing. This bums me out. I hate this. Kentucky Derby winner Golden Tempo will not race at the Preakness, which is the next leg of the Triple Crown. And I hate when they do this. It's such, you want the sport to have excitement. And I told you it was record TV ratings for the Kentucky Derby, but now you've got the horse not running in the Preakness, so there's no chance of a Triple Crown winner this year, which is what makes horse racing so exciting. But it says in USA Today, there will be no Triple Crown winner in horse racing this year, and the reasons why is likely to increase calls for the sport to change the long-held calendar for its signature events. The team for Golden Tempo announced less than a week after its horse won the Kentucky Derby that it will not race in the Preakness Stakes on Saturday, May 16th in Laurel, Maryland. The trainer said Golden Tempo will instead prepare for the Belmont on June 6th, which is the final leg of the Triple Crown. He says Golden gave us the race of a lifetime in the Kentucky Derby, and we believe the best decision for him moving forward is to give him a little more time following such a tremendous effort. His health, happiness, and long-term future will always remain our top priority. It's a bummer if you want the excitement of a possible Triple Crown winner. Obviously, you'd have to win the Preakness for that to happen. But I think what happens is, I don't know enough about horse racing, and we can bring on my friend from Little Red Feather if we wanted to. What I think happens is you have an upset winner of the Kentucky Derby. The stud fees are going to be through the roof. And to have him race just a couple weeks later without a proper amount of rest might diminish what he gets in stud fees if after the Kentucky Derby puts up a real stinker. So I don't know. Obviously, they want to keep the horse as healthy as possible. I told you my horse Inbox, I mean, it ran in whenever, April maybe, beginning of April, and it's not going to run again until May 15th or June. And so they like to spread them out by a month, a lot of times 2 months in between races, sometimes even more. But the Preakness and the Kentucky Derby are so close to each other. But,
And I don't know anything about this. Please bring on your friend from Little Red Feather because I need to ask questions. Sounds a little bit like load management.
It's exactly what it is. And it's a bummer. Like
Secretariat ran every other day.
Secretariat was not going to lose. and that's the difference. I think you might, again, I don't know enough about it, but I think you might be losing money off stud fees if it has a horrible outing at the Preakness.
Yeah.
So
no, it makes perfect sense. It makes
monetary
perfect sense.
Makes monetary sense. Let me give you the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Very nice day on Wall Street. We're getting it back, Crowder.
Yeah.
Dow Jones up 612 points. That's over 1%. S&P 500 up almost 1.5%, 105 points. And the NASDAQ up over 2%, 512-point increase today. So there you go. Nice day on Wall Street.
Well, my Morgan Stanley app, Hog. I'm going to take the rest of the day off. This was a good one.
Good night, everybody. Stock market's up.
y'all have a good one.
Stock market's up. Bayern Munich is down.
Yeah, never mind.
Terrible about that. All right, let me do headlines real quick because Zach Gelb is going to join us this hour, and we'll try to get back on track here. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, we know you pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. Marlins tonight, it'll be Yuri Perez on the mound. Sandy had a bad outing last night. They lost to the Orioles. Marlins tonight and Orioles 6:40 first pitch. Jack McMullen and Steven Strom will have the call for you on 5:60 a.m. 5:60 a.m. tonight.
That broadcast is amazing.
They do a great job, don't they?
They do it. Man, I listened the other day fishing, and the pregame, the game, everything, that's an amazing broadcast that they put on.
Really good.
Yeah, they do a really good job. They do, not just blowing smoke.
No, and
Florida Panthers.
They do the topics, because baseball's slow. They have topics to talk about, and they weave it in. It was. I really enjoyed it listening the other day.
NHL draft lottery was last night. Panthers fell one spot from where they were slotted, from the 8th spot to the 9th. So they will pick 9th in the NHL draft. The Miami Heat will find out when they draft on Sunday. The NBA draft lottery is on Sunday. And you've got the Champions League, Bayern Munich losing to PSG 1-0 right now. In the 47th minute, we've got money on Bayern to advance, which means they have to win by 2. And I don't see how that's going to happen after the first half that I watched, which
score 3
seemed to all take place down at Bayern's goal.
In soccer, anything can happen.
Anything can happen in soccer, Jimmy says.
Yeah. Didn't somebody score 4 goals on
Inter Miami?
Inter Miami,
Orlando did just the other night.
Let's get it, Bayern.
At new stadium. So last night, Pistons beat the Cavs and OKC beat the Lakers. I told you, as Solana wrote in the headlines, the Thunder flop their way to victory over the Lakers. But you can't flop your way to an 18-point victory.
No.
You can flop your way to a 2-point victory, but you can't flop your way to an 18-point victory.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
They look so much younger than the Lakers. Like, I don't know the ages of the players, but they just run and run and run. You can't them teams that do the transition points, those old teams can't play half-court basketball anymore.
The lines for tonight, so you have Sixers and Knicks tonight at 7 o'clock. No Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Knicks are up 1-0 in that series. Knicks are 10.5-point favorites tonight at Madison Square Garden.
I'd lay them.
Then you've got the Spurs. I wonder if Gelb is going to the game tonight or not. I think he went to game 1. And you have the Spurs hosting the Timberwolves. Now, the Timberwolves, we know, surprised them in game 1. Will it happen again tonight? Spurs are 10.5-point favorites. There are props for Anthony Edwards, so I'm assuming he's going to play. You want to guess Wemby over under tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Wemby's weird. 20.5?
26.5.
Under.
Anthony Edwards, 20.5. What's Wemby's made threes, though? 2.5. He loves to shoot the 3, man.
But Wemby looked like he was a little scared of Gobert inside.
Well, Coach Larinaga pointed it out. I mean, Gobert, can he stop Jokic and then Wemby? Because then you've got a story, man.
Because Wemby was out there standing on the elbow. I'm like, you're 7'8". Why are you on the elbow? Go down there and wrestle somebody.
And then the games tomorrow night, Detroit-Cleveland again. Detroit's up 1-0 in that series. You want to guess what the line is? Detroit hosting Cleveland, game 2.
8.5.
3.5. And then OKC hosting the Lakers. Tomorrow night, the late game. What do you think?
Same as last time. 15.5?
14.5.
14.5. I don't think, like I said, I think the Lakers, they're not fast enough.
So the Hard Rock app is offering me a buyout on this Bayern Munich bet.
Take it.
I bet $50. $50 that Bayern Munich would advance, which again, they got to do more than just win. They got to advance. They are offering me $16.63.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to offer 30. 32.
Oh, so you bet 100.
Yeah, you do the math if you want to, but I just took my $32.
Don't take your money. Come on, anything can happen.
I'm going to take my 32.
Anything can happen. Jimmy said anything can happen.
Yeah. They're going to back up. They're going to, park the bus sideways, back up the bus or the port or the food truck, whatever it's called.
They know they need 2 goals. Actually, they need 3 goals.
Yeah.
2 to tie the aggregate, 3 to take the lead.
Yeah.
In the aggregate.
Then PSG's just going to back up the food truck. I know how this is going to go.
What else? Anything else in the headlines here? Let me see what Solana wrote down. Caden Proctor will wear number 74 for the Dolphins.
That's not going to sell well.
74? Well,
Yeah,
no offensive lineman sells well.
A lot of people got Jake Longs back in the day. I remember a bunch of
But I don't think a lot of
77s.
people are going to make that mistake again.
I know I'm going to get me a $3 jersey. I didn't order it the other day. I need to order it.
Who sells more jerseys, do you think, season 1 for the Dolphins? Chris Johnson or Caden Proctor?
Ooh,
Both
Chris
first-round
Johnson.
picks,
Chris Johnson.
I think Chris Johnson.
right? Some a flashier position.
Yeah, even like you can look at like the legends, Richmond Webbs and the Larry Littles and just Hall of Fame linemen. Nobody wears a Larry Little jersey.
Yeah, you don't see many of those.
Yeah. Like Jason Taylor is probably the best hand in the dirt player jersey sales of Dolphin history.
Who do you think Marino's got to be by a mile the best-selling Dolphins jersey in history.
Marino. I think, I always go with my big brother ZT, but I would say Ricky probably would be second if I had to guess.
Really? All-time Dolphin jersey sales?
Rick? People love Ricky.
All-time Dolphins jersey sales. And I don't know, again, because I don't think this would be an official count, because I don't know if they can aggregate all the places that sell it. See, I'm seeing like current ones. I got to find out. I wonder if there's a way to find that out.
I would say the top 4 would be Marino, guaranteed 1, Ricky, JT, Zach.
You think Ricky Williams has sold more jerseys than Jason Taylor?
I do.
Trying to think of who else, like the Marx brothers, but I don't think people were buying jerseys like that back then.
And then like Tyreek, I know Tyreek sold a bunch of jerseys, but the legacy wasn't there.
Tua sold a ton of jerseys when he first got. Actually, the first couple of seasons, Tua sold a ton of jerseys, but
Yeah,
you
they're
have to
saying
be somewhere for a long time.
Yeah, they're saying Tua's Aqua home jersey sold a lot for Tua.
But that's for rookies. I see the same thing. That's rookie sales. I'm talking about all-time jersey sales.
We're talking about 2 and 3 because Marino's 1.
Marino's 1 for sure. I mean, he probably is still in like the top 10 of Dolphins jerseys that get sold.
Sold annually. I'm telling you, I think Rick would surprise you. People love Ricky Williams. Hell,
How long was he here?
What, 6, 7 years?
I got to figure out if there's a way that we can find that out. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Best-selling Heat jersey of all time has to be Dwayne Wade, right?
No, guaranteed. He's Marino.
Who do you think is number 2?
Who? Braun?
Has to be, right?
Yeah. The 3 would be the hard one to say because
I don't think you'd sell, like, all time. Would you sell enough CB jerseys to
nobody
be top 3? So who would it be?
UD had to run.
UD was there the longest.
UD had a long time. Zoe wasn't sexy.
Right.
Jimmy wasn't here long enough.
Shaq sold some jerseys, obviously, but wasn't here super long.
Shaq was here
Tim Hardaway, Glenn Rice.
Say Tim might be in the top 5. Man.
I've been seeing here that LeBron has the top selling Heat jersey of all time.
Of all time?
That's what I'm reading here.
I can understand it. Obviously, he was selling more jerseys over those 4 seasons than any of the guys, right?
But
Wade was there since.
Wade had 14. Brown had 4.
There's no way that LeBron sold more Heat jerseys in history than Wade did?
No.
Who do you think has the best-selling Marlins jersey of all time?
Dan Ugler.
Nailed it.
Triple Crown man.
Miguel Cabrera?
Miggy.
Nah.
Who?
Jose Lionel.
The pitcher that passed.
Might be Jose Fernandez. Might be Dontrell. Might be Jeff Conine.
Yeah.
Mr. Marlin.
Conine, he's like in that time when people weren't buying jerseys.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything, and I like Jeff Conine. Hope he's listening. But I don't think there's anything cool about wearing a Jeff Conine jersey.
I disagree, Jeff.
Weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Been a nice day in Miami all day. 87 right now. Mostly cloudy. Going to be clear for most of the remainder of the night. Get down to the mid-70s on the overnight. Tomorrow, going to be 75 for a low, 89 for a high, but it is going to be nice and sunny all day long. If you're following along, PSG still leading Bayern Munich 1-0 in the 58th minute.
Took my
Just need
$32.
3 quick goals, 3 quick golazos. And we are right back in this
Take
thing.
your 16 and slide. You got to know when to fold them.
Right. I don't think the offer is going to be $16 anymore. The more minutes that go off this thing, let me see if I even have an offer. $12.27 is my offer right now.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
I'm holding out hope. Let's go, Bayern. Make it happen. All right, Zach Gelb is going to join us in the next segment. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito and dance the day away with a little salsita. And when we want a low price, we know you always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. Take advantage of a Pricito de Mayo right now on all your favorite Hyundai models like a new 26 Tucson, Elantra, Santa Fe, Palisade, and more. And every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Get the best value for your money with easy financing and fast service. You'll always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. Visit them at DoralHyundai.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
All right, I'll start with Chuck here. Chuck in Miami Gardens.
What they do?
That's for you, Crowder. All right. Zach Gelb is going to join us here on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Solana is just checking in for the first time today. He's been out with his fiancée. There he is. Solana looking like Mr. Beast as always. You look good. Everything okay on the home front?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you,
All
Hawk.
right. Crowder checking back in here as well. Look at that. We got the
A
whole
lot of commitment
mishpucha
issues
together,
on this
Gelby.
show.
We got the whole
Oh my
mishpucha.
God. Look at these two. Is there ever a segment where Solana and Crowder are on time?
Well, Solana's been
She's
gone
up
all
for 2.5 hours.
and
That's a Crowder.
Crowder is you got Crowder scheduled today. Zach Gelb, by the way, if you're new to the program, hosts the Zach Gelb Show on 365 Sports, and he's the studio host for NFL and college basketball on Compass Media Networks. And you can follow him on social media at Zach Gelb. That's ZACHGELB. Did you go to the Knicks game one?
No, I didn't. I watched
You went to the end of the first series then.
Yeah, I went to game five. Game five. I was.
Are you going tonight?
I am not going tonight. My connection sold his 2 tickets for a pretty penny, which I do not blame him for.
Yeah.
So I went to Springsteen last night, and I could use a night on my couch just watching the New York Knicks probably go up 2-0 on the Philadelphia 76ers. Even though it is setting up with Embiid out, everyone thinks the Knicks are going to win for this to be a closer game than probably what people anticipate.
Well, let me ask you this. I asked this of Coach Larinaga in the 3 o'clock hour, but I'll ask you. Do you think, because you're there in New York, do you think the Knicks are a typical quality Eastern Conference Finals team, assuming they get past Philly? Or do you think it's been kind of a weird and weak Eastern Conference this season? Because like I said to Coach Al, I love Jalen Brunson. But when I look at the Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns, but I look at the Knicks and I don't go, wow, that is an Eastern Conference Finals type team.
So should we then do that for Jimmy Butler when he got
No,
there?
you can do
with
it
the
whenever
Miami
you
Heat?
want. I'm just asking a question. Don't get defensive.
Well,
I'm
no,
just asking
I'm not
a question.
getting defensive, but this show, the Patriots make the Super Bowl. I got Solana. Oh, it's not actually a real AFC championship game. Then if the Knicks get there, which is one of the most miraculous thing in the history of sports, because the Knicks sucked for the last 20 years. Leon Rose has done an unbelievable job with this team. We're gonna take away for a guy that was a National Player of the Year in college basketball and Jalen Brunson and has exceeded all expectations.
Not
Is he
taking
taking
anything
it away.
away.
You're,
It was
you're
a
already
simple
starting that.
question.
You're already starting that crap
No,
before they
I'm
even
not.
get to the conference
I was just asking
final.
a simple question. Do you look at them like a powerhouse NBA team?
I look at them as if they're right now the third best team in the playoffs, and they're the best team in the East. I still think San Antonio, who's down 1-0, and the Thunder are the 2 best teams in the league. Yeah.
I don't know if you heard my saying. Karl Anthony Towns is going to let you down. It's sometime he's about to go out there and have a 6-4-3 game, bro.
He has been since they did go down 2-1 to the Hawks. He has been awesome, and he's had a different type of aggressiveness. But there has been a problem in Karl Anthony Towns' career going back to Minnesota, where there are times like he looks like a top 10 player in the league, and then there's other times you're yelling at the TV set, where is that cat? Like, he can't turn into Putty Cat. He needs to be Cat.
So would you agree that if the Knicks don't get out of the East, it's a failure of a season? It's a disappointing season for the New York Knicks?
Yeah. When you get
If
rid
they
of
don't
Thomas
win
Thibodeau,
the East?
Oh yeah. If they don't win the East, they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You had a Celtics team that walked into the season not designed to win. The Pistons, the big bad Pistons, who I was at a Knicks Pistons game this year where the Pistons beat the crap out of them, but the Pistons easily should have lost that series to the Magic. The Magic could have made one shot in the second half of Game 6. And, the Cavs don't scare me. So, yeah, the Knicks should be in the finals this year. Not win the NBA championship because, once again, the Thunder are better. We'll see what happens with the Spurs in a big moment with this young group, but they should be in the NBA finals
They
this
don't
year.
strike you, though, as a typical NBA champion powerhouse roster.
The Knicks?
I'm just teasing you.
No.
Well, no,
You're
they
not
would remind
wrong.
me that they would remind me like there's different versions of this. Are they a super team like the Celtics were with the big three, or the Heat were, or the Golden State Warriors? No, but every 7 or 8 years, there's a Detroit Pistons team that like a lot of good players, but I don't know how many great players. Or I know that the Mavericks had Dirk Nowitzki, but that wasn't one of the greatest rosters that we've ever seen. Those teams, Toronto, I know Kawhi was great, but the rest of that team, it's not as if it's a powerhouse. Those teams can win championships.
And like you said, the Pistons or Cavs probably don't scare anybody. We talk about it. That series is like nobody's concerned with that series. But coming out the West, Gelb, either one of those, like you said, you brought it up, San Antonio, OKC. I think OKC could beat anybody. You can put a championship team, all-star team together, and I don't think they can beat OKC this season.
I don't. Do you think, Crowder, that the Knicks in a NBA Finals against OKC would win a game?
Oh, they could win a game. Well, hold on. Last year, OKC and the Pacers went to 7.
True.
So, like, I think that could be a 6-game series. I do. There's a better chance for them to beat the Spurs than to beat the Thunder. But once again, I would rank them Thunder, Spurs, and Knicks if those are the 3 best teams remaining in the postseason.
Hey, what do you make of Knicks superfan Ben Stiller skipping game 1 and going to the Met Gala?
Leave Ben Stiller alone. This is such fake macho man bullcrap. It is ridiculous. A bunch of hogwash. Like, I know we all sit there, and I've done this in my life. I won't miss a sporting event for anything. It's the most important thing. It was game 1 of the second round. It's not like the Met Gala, even though, like, I don't need to be there. I don't have enough in my wardrobe to be fine going there. But, geez, the guy went there. He was still watching the game. Everyone has an event. And I know we could all act like we don't. I'm sure Solana has had to go flower picking, one weekend when the Heat are on or something like that. Crowder's had to go spread some Crowder powder in like the ashes somewhere. Oh, no, isn't that what they did with his father in the ocean? But like everyone has other things. There's other commitments that go on in life. It was game
Part of his
7
identity,
of his
part
conference
of Ben
finals, not a big
Stiller's
deal.
identity is being a boisterous Knicks fan who's there courtside, and then you're in the postseason, and it seems like it might be a miracle year for the Knicks, and you go to the Met Gala.
Met Gala,
not a big deal.
Well, it is a big deal from this standpoint. If you're going to miss a Knicks game and go to the Met Gala, at least act like you belong at the Met Gala. He wore the ugliest suit with that brutal Knicks blue tie. It's like if you're going to miss the game and go to the Met Gala, at least try a little bit in your
Is it a gala? Isn't it gala?
It's gala.
call it
Thank
gala.
you, Gelb. It's not
It's
a
a
damn
gala.
gala. It's a gala.
Gala.
And I am not the beacon of fashion. I acknowledge that.
Oh,
But,
we
like,
couldn't tell with that polo you're wearing.
Yeah, Solana though. I've seen you with the skinny pants that are pulled up to your nipples before. It's not the greatest look in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not pretending like I'm the Donna fashion like you are.
You're
not Joseph Abboud, okay?
You're an XL, and you're wearing a polo that's got to be quadruple XL. Like,
Yeah.
what happened, Gel? But you lost weight and you didn't
First-
go out and buy some more polos? Is that what
First
happened?
off, this is a 2X. And yes, at one point, I was a fat slob.
Yeah.
So to come on this show when I'm getting zero money to do this appearance, sorry I'm not dressed up as if it's a black tie event.
I think you look good, Gelby.
Thank
gotta
you.
tell
I
you.
appreciate it.
I'll
You're
sell
the
you.
best dressed on the feed right now.
I want to look more like Len Weiner than Alejandro Solana.
I'll sell you $80 if you never wear that polo ever again.
All right, sell it to me. I'll never wear it
Solana's
again.
doing his best Chris Sims today.
You probably have to ask your fiance if you could get even the $80 out. We all know that's your sugar mama.
Who's on the Mount Rushmore of celebrity Knicks fans? Ben Stiller's on there. Spike Lee is on there, of course. Who else is on there?
Spike
Timothy
Lee's a fraud.
Chalamet?
Well,
Chalamet?
he didn't go to the Met Gala. I
He
would
went
say
to the game.
The most recognizable Knicks fan right now is Timothy Chalamet. You know who goes to a ton of games? Edie Falco, who played Carmela in The Sopranos. Susie, I don't know her real name, but Susie
Susie Essman.
Is that her real name?
Yeah,
Susie from Curb Your Enthusiasm's there. Bobby Bacala, Steve Sharippa is at a ton of games.
I've seen them a bunch.
Tracy Morgan. Like, that's the thing. People are getting
Tracy
on Ben
Morgan.
Stiller. I'll be at a random game in November. Ben Stiller's there. Those guys are there. Sharippa, Edie, and so on and so on.
Remember Tracy Morgan? The Heat. It was a regular season game. In the middle of the second quarter, he just vomited everywhere. Had to go to the hospital.
I think I was at the game. And I go, what the heck is going on? And then you see the guy coming out with the mop and the towels, and that was ugly.
Imagine it's a very difficult ticket to get right now in the postseason, no?
Can Coach L hook it up for your boy? It would be nice.
You're gonna lean on Coach L?
Well, I met Coach L, and you gave him the recommendation of Patsy's, and we had a very nice conversation. You know, I think a Brooklyn guy like Coach L could get me some tickets.
You sent me a picture from Patsy's yesterday. Were you at the one in Harlem?
No, Upper East Side. I was just it was the night of the Met Gala, and I was walking on the Upper East Side before I was going back down to watch the game, and I saw all this commotion, and it was people going to the Met Gala coming out of the hotels, and I was just stumbling around the city, and I saw it, and I thought of you, so I texted you.
Have those Knicks fans who sit outside MSG
losers.
after the game, that's jumped the shark, right? Like that entire bit, because it's not even passionate diehard Knicks fans anymore. It's just a bunch of dweebs trying to get viral fame.
I'll tell you. So I met my buddy who had the tickets for Game 5, and I got out of Penn Station and I went to his parking garage. The amount of people that would come up to you before the game was like, the content, you want to do trivia, you want to talk about the Knicks. No, I want to walk to the car and not do anything, get into the stadium, that's it. But afterwards, I did that 1 year. The buddy of mine who took me to the game wanted to just see what it was like. But now the people that are just running up to you that can't even name a player on the team, and they're just clout chasing, it's ridiculous. And I say this, and it's not just Knicks fans. If you go to a sporting event and you get into a fight at a sporting, like if someone punches you, what are you gonna do? You gotta punch them back. But if you're initiating a fight at a sporting event, you are the biggest effing loser on this planet.
There's no way outside the Knicks games worse than Times Square. This is Superman. This is a girl with body paint. Now there's a giant. Now there's the Incredible Hulk. Times Square is too much for me.
But Channing, as deplorable as that area could be, and as I would want to avoid that like it's the plague, it's at least civilized. Going outside of the Garden after these Knicks games, Channing, if you wore a Hawks jersey or a Sixers jersey after one of those games, you got someone running up into your face. They wouldn't care that you're Channing Crowder and you could probably kick their ass. That they're going to be in your face, annoying
It's
the
the
crap
mob
out
mentality. We all saw it last night. The guy with the Sixers jersey is just trying to get out of there casually.
Yeah,
like
and also,
he lost.
I lived in Philly. I love Philly. The Philly fan. Oh, it's shameful that goes on. It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
They're
Give me
the
a break.
worst. They are the absolute
No, I love Philly
worst.
fans, but like, let's not act like when it was Rangers Flyers after Winter Classic that I think a guy that was a Marine that was a Ranger fan didn't get the crap beat out of him. Okay, those things happen.
Man, I should have taken the $16 here. This Bayern Munich
I
stinks.
told you to take the
I'd be
16.
willing to do this. I'm sure we get a great lawsuit. I'll wear a Sixers jersey outside the stadium afterwards. Get the crap beat up out of me. We win a whole lot of money. It'd be great.
Odyssey's going to say no on that. Odyssey's
yeah.
gonna,
We can
A lot of
go.
lawyers with
We
Odyssey.
can go, and they better pack a lunch if they but don't whoop my ass.
you better pack a lunch because they're going to whoop your ass. Do you want to say a few words about John Sterling? John Sterling passed away yesterday, and I know not a lot of people down here have a connection, although there are a lot of New Yorkers down here, but he is the legendary voice of the New York Yankees, was the legendary voice of the New York Yankees. Did you ever have any interactions with him? I imagine you did.
Yeah, I have a voicemail saved on my phone from 2016 where he called me back. I was trying to get him on. I was doing local AM radio on like a 500-watt station in Trenton, New Jersey. I was trying to get him on. And he was basically doing play-by-play while leaving a voicemail. Like just the way that he was talking, he's like, I'll be stuck in traffic for a long time. and it's 50 seconds, and it was just really cool. And I think the thing I could take away from John Sterling, and it's why I love coming on this show so much, is you guys are different. It's not like your cookie cutter, boring broadcast. Like John Sterling, you may not love his shtick, but he was different, and the home run calls were awesome. Like I remember when Randy Moeller used to do the games, and he'd be like, "Ma, where's the meatloaf?" As Ole Jokinen scores a goal and the Panthers take a 2-1 lead.
Jokinen reference.
Yeah, it was good reference. He wasn't so great with the Rangers. Him up against the Flyers. The Rangers didn't go to the playoffs that year. But John was different, and the guy loved the job, and it was passion, opinion, knowledge, entertainment. That's how you do the job. John Sterling was a 10 out of 10 on all four of those.
Yeah, absolutely legendary voice. All right, before we wrap things up here, do you eat in bed?
No, unless if I'm sick.
Right, that's the only caveat. I think Solana came up with that as the caveat. That's the only caveat. If you're sick.
I had food poisoning last week for 2 days. And I think I had some soup in bed, but no, I don't enjoy eating in bed. Like I'm an adult, I'll sit down on my table or in a New York City apartment. Like I have a couch with a little like pull table that you could go watch TV, like things like that. That's, I don't need to eat in my bed that much.
But no food. I'm not 5-course meal, but you won't even have have some candy in the nightstand. Nothing.
Nah.
Of course not.
There's a pantry for a reason. I'll go into the fridge. I'll go into the fridge and the pantry and eat in the kitchen in my boxers and all that.
You don't want crumbs in the bed.
Yeah.
Crowder and Jim Larinaga eat in the bed.
Popsicles don't make crumbs.
Larinaga eats in the bed?
Yep. Yes.
No offense. I love Coach L. We should all be blessed to live the life that Coach L has lived and be this sharp, at his age. But like when you're an older guy, like you're going to be able to eat in the bed and just not make a mess. Like, come on.
It's shocking that he eats in the bed.
Y'all have a dirty constitution. I don't make crumbs.
No, you have a dirty bed.
Crowder, I've seen your teeth fly out of your mouth. There is no way that you're not making crumbs.
What does he have more of in his bed? Crumbs or teeth?
Crumbs.
One other quick one. Someone just put it on the chat, and I forgot about this. Prime rib. Did I ask you this last week?
No.
Do you like prime rib?
It's not my favorite cut of meat, but yeah, I'll eat prime rib.
But it's like you don't get all gaga excited over it when you walk into a function and they've got a prime rib carving station. Oh my God, it's so bloody and gross.
It's an ugly looking type of meat.
It's disgusting.
Like people that photograph prime rib and they go, oh, it's the greatest thing. Like, no, it doesn't look like a porterhouse or a good looking type of meat.
Exactly. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's a bloody, watery mess.
But
and fatty, too.
A lamb chop is sexy.
Oh, lamb chops are good now.
They're delicious, but are they sexy? You're saying they're not visually amazing. It's a lamb chop.
A lamb, not the rock lamb chops. I think it's the Australian lamb chops.
The
Those are delicious.
Lollipops.
The lollipops. Thank you.
They look nice. They have a visual appeal.
You eat those in the bed
want
as
to go
well,
home
Crowder?
with a sloppy, wet prime rib, you knock yourself out.
You eat a lot of meat, I hear, in the bed, Crowder, right?
Hey, listen, I'm warming up. See, y'all don't need protein before y'all get in the bed. I got to charge up. I got work to do.
I'm fine with a little cup of edamame.
You like that? Remember those seaweed snacks that you guys made me try 3 years ago? That's Crowder's eating that seaweed. He's going scuba diving in the bed. You and Uncle June from The Sopranos, buddy.
I need some vitamins, Gelby. I got work to do later.
Follow Zach Gelb on social media, ZACHGELB. We'll see you, Gelby.
Just when you lose a tooth, Crowder, in bed, just don't go scuba diving, all right?
5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hours coming up. Hard Rock Bet. The Hard Rock Bet party is on, and you're on the guest list. Sign up and bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in in bonus bets. A winning bet and a boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. You got NBA playoff action tonight. That's all about big moments. However you want to set it up tonight, maybe an over or an under on points or rebounds or someone to get a double-double. However you want to draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay. And you can test your playoff puck luck on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sports book. From puck lines and totals to player props and same-game parlays, every night is a shot to light the lamp on Hard Rock Bet. Hard Rock Bet isn't just a sportsbook app with all the features you love, like same-game parlays and live betting. It also gives you new promos every day. So if you have the Hard Rock Bet app, just open it up and see what's waiting for you today. In fact, I opened up mine earlier today, and waiting for me is NHL 5-leg parlay insurance. How about an NHL no sweat bet token? So I can bet a goal scorer tonight, no sweat, up to $20. If I lose the bet, I get a $20 bonus bet right back into my account. So open it up, find out what you've got waiting for you right now. And you got the 328 fights going down this Saturday. You can step into the cage on Hard Rock Bet, whether you're stacking underdogs for a big payday or you just like betting on knockouts. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's way to bet MMA. It's so easy. Just starts with downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Marlins pitching coach is visiting Yuri right now. I'll give you $10 if you know the pitching coach's name.
Sam.
Love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. Start out the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour, brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery, where they are raising a glass to all the moms and mother figures out there with a brunch at the brewery this Sunday. Moms can enjoy free bottomless mimosas, beers, and beer mosas alongside a delectable brunch menu. 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. Sunday, Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. And moms can also upgrade to their premium brunch. Let me tell you something. If you're bringing your mom or your mother figure to Funky Buddha and you don't upgrade her to the premium offering, which includes endless Aperol Spritz and espresso martinis, then you need to check yourself, because that's what mom deserves.
Give them what they want. It's hard being a mom.
That's right. That's what they deserve on Mother's Day. Also, Pineapple Beach, or as many people would say, Pineapple Beach.
Nobody.
Pineapple Beach Blonde Ale is back for summer season. It's a tropical and refreshing blonde ale kissed with the gnarly waves of juicy pineapple. A dose of floral, American hops, and crisp Pilsner malt makes this beer ideal for any sun-soaked day. Because the truth, honestly, like, what is better? You're out in the sun, and then you cool off with some fresh pineapple. I'm telling you, it's like heaven.
No.
And this is in a can. It's available also in the tap room on draft or in-to-go 6-packs, and available statewide at retailers as well. That is Pineapple Beach from Funky Buddha Brewery.
Hop Gun got me through Saturday and then 100-degree beach day.
I'm telling you, if we're going to have hot days like that this coming summer, you better be stocked up on Funky Buddha.
I had 30 of them, and then my family drank them all.
Telling you, that Pineapple Beach is going to go quickly, so get it now. I'm sorry?
Pineapple?
That's right.
There's no silent E's.
Nailed it. What's a silent E even if you say pineapple?
But it's pine. You can't ignore the E.
Well, why would I ignore it?
You ignored it in
I'm
pineapple.
acknowledging it's there when I say pineapple.
Pineapple, you're not acknowledging the E.
Sure I am.
Unacknowledged E, like salmon. You unacknowledged L. I don't,
I say salmon.
Goodness gracious.
I would never diminish the L. All right, let's do headlines. Everything's good, Solana? We missed you for most of the show. Everything's okay?
Yeah, missed you guys too. Yeah, everything's good.
All right, let's do headlines.
Man, Hawk, you were talking about eating in bed, and I thought about it last night. Asia's up in Tampa with the kids. I ate a truffle Caesar salad. And two beef tacos and one shrimp taco in the bed last night.
In
then
bed?
6 popsicles.
Do you have a tray that you put it on?
No, I'm just a man. I'm just a grown man, and I know how to, limit my nasty.
But no grown men are eating a truffle Caesar salad, period, at a table, let alone in their bed. You have it just resting on your lap?
If y'all haven't worked hard enough to get truffle, that's your fault, because I'm a truffle guy. Truffle Caesar salad. Then I went back out. I had fried shrimp. I had a fried shrimp taco. And then I had beef from earlier this week and made me 2 beef tacos.
How many square feet is your house?
768.
7,000 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
And you think the most comfortable spot to eat is in your bed?
I'm here. It's me and a 5-year-old. He goes to bed about 8:30. So I'm sitting in my house. I can go sit in my comfortable bed and enjoy my dinner, or sit out in the living room and sit at the dining table like I'm with someone. No, I'm going to my bed. I'm eating my dinner.
It's not sitting if you're in your bed.
Well, I sit up. I lean against the headboard.
There's an easier way to do that. In a chair.
But now I'm not in my bed. Double pillow top.
I can't think of a worse thing to eat in bed than a Caesar salad. Like
truffle Caesar.
I mean, first of all, I hate truffle. Put truffle on anything. It's just such a pungent, overwhelming flavor.
Man, I love me a truffle. I love truffle.
Somebody put on the chat. Crowder got that truffle plug.
I actually do have a truffle plug.
All right. Headlines with Solana brought to you by Doral Hyundai in Miami. We go to the beach for a little solcito, and when we want a low price, we know you pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Hyundai. By the way, Bayern Munich tied it, and that's how it ended. 1-1.
I appreciated my $32.
Man, I wish I would have taken that payout.
Yeah. I texted you to take it at $16. At least you were
texted
getting...
me to bet it.
Yeah, you the one that made us bet it.
You can't
Solana.
talk me into a $50 bet and then say, hey, I told you to take $16 for it.
I didn't tell you to bet that.
You were inferring that Pizzola liked it and so that we should like it.
No, I was just letting you guys know. Like, hey, Pizzola has a bet out for this game. He doesn't typically put out soccer bets, and he did for this one. Hey, don't get mad at me.
You're the one that talked me into losing $50 today.
Make a collect call to Canada and take your issues up with Pizzola, not with me.
Solana, you're gonna struggle in marriage because you can't be right on both sides.
I've been making you guys money nonstop in these playoffs. I had Nas
Made me
Reed
money
over
last night. LeBron over last night.
LeBron overs on Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. I mean, that's like that never happens, and it did yesterday.
Anytime goal scorer from Saka.
I had Saka yesterday as well. I've been killing it for you guys. Don't get mad at me.
Which is why I tailed you on Bayern Munich.
I didn't bet Bayern. Well, I don't know why
thanks for telling me now.
You've been calling it Bayern all day, and it's driving me nuts.
Did you notice yesterday? I was pretty clear. Byron. I don't know anything about soccer. I thought I made it pretty clear during the 20 minutes that we talked about it that I don't know anything about soccer.
Also, Crowder, if you say flip the food truck when talking about parking the bus one more time, I'm jumping out of my window. There's no food truck. I don't know
if you're up 2-0, you flip the food truck on them.
Hey, Hawk, you ask Crowder, how many square feet is your house? And he knew that off the top of his head. Is that something homeowners should know?
Yeah, homeowners know that.
Yeah.
I'm a homeowner. I didn't know that. I don't know how many square feet my house is.
When you're shopping for homes, that's the first stat you really get is how many square feet it is.
Square feet, rooms, bathrooms.
Well,
so
I know
like it's 4,000 and it's a 4.3. Like that's the talk of homeowners.
I don't think so. Like for sure, bathrooms.
Solana, you've owned one house for 4 months, and you're gonna tell Hawk and myself what homeowners know?
Well,
like I can discount a place if I'm looking for a new place. I can discount an apartment if I see the square footage isn't going to meet my needs. That's how you judge.
But how do you know like what the proper square footage is for your needs? Like
how you live in a place, you figure out what the proper square footage is. The apartment that we're in right now is 1,900 square feet. Now this is the smallest place that we've ever lived in, married, but we're fine with it. Now, granted, we're down to 2 people.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said empty nesters. Yeah, like what do you need a bunch of rooms for?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got 3 rooms.
Right, but there are some 3. Like if you ever watch House Hunters, which I do, sometimes there's a 3. I love when they walk in. They're like, "Well, tell me a little bit about this." Before they walk in, they go, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it is 680 square feet. Go,
that means you got a bunch of little.
Wait to see this. Yeah, like what?
You got a bunch of little shoe boxes lined up next to each other.
What is going on here?
So how do I find out how many square feet my house is? I have to measure.
You walk it. Just walk it with your feet. Count out loud as you walk.
Probably should have known when you bought it.
Yeah.
Maybe
what you got? You got a 3.2.
3.5, but I got a garage too. I count that as a room, a 4.2.5, basically.
Right. So You want square footage under air.
Under air, the garages, people try to manipulate you with garage space. Don't get fooled. You got to go under air.
I don't know. I don't know what any of that means.
Well, that's how I feel when you're talking about Champions League and Euro League.
La Liga. Huh? Is La Liga under air?
NBA playoffs tonight, gentlemen. Knicks 76ers. I'm sure you've said it a couple times. No Joel Embiid in this game tonight. Wish we could have bet. Will Joel Embiid miss a game in this series? That would have been easy money.
I would have bet no, but I keep getting fooled by this. I mean, these are big name athletes who are missing. We talked about it with Coach L. Like, big names missing games. I know I sound like the old guy, but I don't feel like George Gervin would have missed a playoff game.
They didn't miss them back in the day. And that sounds real old. Whenever you have to add back in the day, you know you're old. Man, when you had a team with some stars, they're going to play in the playoffs.
They were going to play in the playoffs.
Spurs versus the T-Wolves tonight as well. I read this that the Spurs have won 9 straight games and have covered in all 9 of those games off of losses this season.
Donovan Campbell texts me, you dopes, just go on Zillow. He's correct. You can put your address in on Zillow. You'll find out exactly how many square feet it is.
Donovan got some square footage over there too. If he's listening
Does he?
now, don't let DC act crazy. DC got a cabana and a pool behind his house.
That's not under air.
But DC living good. Not under air. You're correct.
He could be living even better if he didn't spend half his salary on suits.
He has a nice closet. He does have a nice closet.
How much money do you think he has tied up in inventory? And I'm calling that clothes.
He has a closet as a room.
His closet is probably bigger than my entire house. Under air.
Or he's got a small closet and it is packed to the rafters, man.
He got weight bars holding up his clothes.
I mentioned George Gervin, and I just got a text from Stu Gotts, the Iceman.
Isn't that Drake now?
No, that's Caleb Williams.
Well, no, it's Drake, too. Drake
just did Iceman.
Oh, he had his whole seat iced out at the Raptors game.
Yeah.
Why are they fooling with George Gervin?
George Gervin, I mean,
he didn't mess with anybody for 2 decades.
You don't see anybody else getting their nicknames horked by a million other people.
Come on, man.
I'll say this, though. George Gervin, win an NBA title before you just want to proclaim a nickname to be yours. Like, Iceman is too badass of a nickname to be tied up with somebody that never won a chip.
So you're going to question George Gervin now?
I'm just saying, if Caleb Williams wins a Super Bowl, I'm cool with giving the Iceman to Caleb Williams.
There's limitless nicknames out there. You don't have to take one that is established by someone else. I mean, you want to give who's that guy? Dylan. Who's the guy that he's the jerk?
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. You want to call him the round mound to rebound?
That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of nicknames. I call my son Bukamu. They could take Bukamu right now, but if he gets Bukamu, now they can't take Bukamu.
Once it's established, it's established.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Barkley should have won a title.
Why doesn't somebody go with anything else? Vitamin water.
I think we should start calling Bam Black Mamba.
Man, he beat him in points.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just give him his nickname, too.
Yeah, sign me up.
But that's uncool. That's uncool to George Gervin.
Yeah.
So good in Marty Supreme, too.
He wasn't that good.
He was.
If he was just an old black dude, you wouldn't care. It was George Gervin that made you think
he was an old
good.
Black dude. You're describing the character. He was very good in that movie. You can't say that he wasn't.
He was in there 14 seconds.
What? You didn't watch. You were too
I
busy
did
eating your
watch.
salad.
Man, truffle
You
Caesar.
missed half the movie looking down at your salad that you lost in the sheets.
Have y'all tried truffle Caesar? It is delicious.
Why don't you just eat on your counter or
For
on a?
what? I'm here by myself. It's a 5-year-old and sleeping on his bunk bed, and I'm sitting in a house by myself. I'm gonna sit at the dining table and light a candle.
No,
like,
sit at the
what are you
couch.
talking about?
Light a candle. What are you talking about? Sit on the couch and watch TV.
The bed is more comfortable. Double pillow top.
Not.
Double
It's not.
pillow top. Double pillow top. Double pillow top.
I don't even know what that means.
And you just know he's falling asleep with the trays all over the bed
Oh,
because he's just
yeah.
too lazy.
Just
to
know
throw
that
them
there's a
out.
leaf of like real wilty lettuce hanging off his face.
Oh, man.
And then he wakes up and it's like, like a bear, almost like like has to get the leafy lettuce off his chin.
I lay him next to the bed on the floor, and the dog eats them all night long. I can hear him licking the plate.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting too.
Nino loves it. The dog loves it. I love it. It's a win-win for everybody in the house.
You're a toothpick guy too. You love to just like hammer at your teeth.
No, he does an excavation that the finest home builders would be jealous of.
And he's sitting on his bed after he eats Hawk, and he's like the effing the doctor from Jurassic Park, just going to town on his teeth in bed. That's disgusting, man.
No, I'll get whatever drink I have, my Tervis full of lemonade, and I get a big
I gotta
mouthful.
tell you, man, you
and
are
then I
so
say-
bougie.
I
You
say-
are laying in bed eating a Caesar salad topped
Truffle.
with truffle, drinking out of a Tervis. That's an $80 thermos.
I work hard, Hawk. I work hard.
A Tervis. Some of us have a Dixie cup in bed next to us just in case they're thirsty. You've got a Tervis.
Hawk, I don't have to refill my ice from Monday to Thursday because my Tervis keeps the ice right.
Somebody puts on the text line, Black Bamba.
Black Bamba.
That's
a
good.
good nickname.
That's good.
The Black Bamba.
I'm going to take that to Tommy Tig.
That's a good nickname.
F that. I'm taking that for myself. Your weather in South Florida, it's 82 degrees. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid to low 70s. And Hawk, don't think we didn't hear you say the round mound of rebound, because we
I was
did.
surprised that no one brought that up.
Yeah, we just don't have
It was
time.
a good
to,
conversation
revisit it.
going.
I honestly was shocked. I'm like, oh, here it comes.
I said, what was that?
Because the answer obviously would have been, well, that's not a nickname that's taken right now. Nobody's ever been called the round mound of rebound.
Is that the worst nickname of all time, by the way?
Round mound of rebound?
Too wordy.
No, that's cool.
I think it's a cool nickname.
Yeah.
We do
Guys
that
don't know.
on the podcast with Stugatz. Stugatz is the king of athlete nicknames. He's got Tourette's with it. So if you do mention an athlete, George Gervin, he just blurts out Iceman. He can't help himself. And so I try to, find some to stump him at the end of the podcast. But I haven't given him yet, but everybody knows this. Do you remember what Daryl Dawkins' nickname was?
The Doc.
DD.
Daryl Dawkins from the Sixers was Chocolate Thunder.
Oh, that's good, man.
That's a great nickname.
That's
They
good.
had nothing to do with basketball.
It did not. You are
Oh.
100.
Yeah.
Chocolate Thunder. That's one of the best nicknames in sports, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. What's the best nickname?
Best nickname in sports ever?
Mm-hmm. We'd have to do research on it. This is
Yeah.
just
White-
Let me ask Claude. Hold on.
White chocolate for Jason Williams.
No,
Not
Black
better than,
Thunder is even better than
Chocolate
White
Thunder.
Chocolate. I think we're starting with Chocolate Thunder, and we got to go from there.
What's the best nickname ever for an athlete?
It's gonna say something lame like Air Jordan or King
that's fun.
James.
Honestly, I think it's hard to beat. It's iconic, mysterious, and just rolls off the tongue. There's also the big unit for Randy Johnson, which perfectly captures his intimidating presence on the mound. What kind of athlete are you thinking about? Or did someone give you a nickname you're trying to top?
Yeah,
Claude
guy gave me a
got
nickname, Mr. Softy.
Ugh, yeah, that's rough.
Thanks, Claude.
You stumped Claude.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's rough.
But you didn't hear the first thing that he said before the big unit. He said the best nickname is Pele. Is that a nickname?
That's his last name, ain't it?
I thought it was his first and last name.
I didn't know that, but yeah, it is his nickname. His full name is Edson Arantes de Nascimento.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say his name is Ed Smith.
Oh, I looked it up now that we're talking about it. Gretzky was called the Great One.
The Great One. That's a good one.
Walter Payton is his Sweetness.
Sweetness.
Air Jordan, Mamba, and Deion Sanders is Prime Time. I think we got some contenders, fellas.
Pele was a nickname?
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
What's his real name? Leonard Johnson?
Yeah.
No, he said Edwin.
Edson Arantes de Nascimento.
What was the guy with the Miami Fusion with the hair?
El Pibe Valderrama.
Yeah, El Pibe. Is that the best nickname in sports?
El Pibe is good.
What does that translate to?
El Pibe, like a pibe is like a kid, not a kid, but like what would the English word be? Like un pibe, like one of the guys. Yo, bro, you know.
You don't know Spanish.
Okay. By the way, human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, excellent one.
Oh no, the pitcher from the Yankees.
Sandman?
Sandman. That's a nickname. When he walks out, the Sandman, that's a nickname.
Well, you can't, but you can't include the music and stuff. You're making it more of like a
an introduction.
Just the nickname, the Sandman. And you know what? Adam Sandler stole that from Mariano Rivera.
And Adam Sandler can't steal anything from Mariano Rivera.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's goofy that he calls himself the Sandman.
Yeah. Mariano Rivera is better at his job than Adam Sandler is at his job.
100%.
Yeah.
That weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, take a quick break here. Cheetah Pompano, that's a great spot to watch a game tonight. Got hockey, basketball, got fights this weekend. They got VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano has that amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6. Don't forget, if you're planning a bachelor party, there is no better place to have it than Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. You can get details online or at either of the clubs. I say it every day, but it's the truth. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well and get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Why I love Zephyr Hills.
There is no Zephyr Hills. It's Zephyr Hills. We've been over this.
You always make me smile when I'm feeling down. You give me such a vibe.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour. Brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery, where I will remind you once again, if you're looking for a great Mother's Day location, you know how much we love Funky Buddha, and they have great food. Chef Jeff is going to throw it down on Sunday for brunch. But if you're looking for a great, clever, interesting, fun place to take mom or mother figure on Sunday, Funky Buddha in Oakland Park is absolutely perfect. And they will have bottomless mimosas and beer mosas, and you can upgrade to the bottomless Aperol Spritz or espresso martinis. So if you're looking for a fun place for Mother's Day on Sunday, look no further than Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. Coming up tonight on this radio station, you're going to have Hurricane Hotline. And then after Hurricane Hotline, Larry Bluestein will be on. And then we'll join the Marlins game in progress. But if you want to hear the entire Marlins game, you can listen to it on AM 560 tonight. Marlins and Orioles. First pitch is 6:40. Hurricane Hotline tonight, Joe Zagacki says, Dan Radakovich, the outgoing athletic director. Jay Rokeach, longtime voice at University of Miami.
Legend.
But I know a lot of people want to hear from Dan Radakovich after he announced his retirement. And that will be tonight on Hurricane Hotline on this very radio station. When I started the live commercial for Cheetah last segment, Stugatz immediately texted me Tyreek Hill. He's got reverse athlete's nickname, Tourette's.
I put down a list here of several good ones. I was just doing some research during the break. Couple that we missed. Vince Carter, Vinsanity.
Yeah, good one. Then you got to go Jeremy Lin, though, right?
Linsanity, of course, which ended.
I mean, if you think Vinsanity is great, you got to go with Linsanity as well.
Which ended because of Super Mario
That's
Chalmers,
true.
and Norris Cole.
Norris Cole was no.
No.
I don't like that.
Pistol Pete for Pete Maravich.
Pete Maravich, sure.
Yeah. William Perry was the Fridge. And I love this one. David Ortiz, Big Papi.
Good one.
Yeah. I have a couple here of current NBA players that are a little under the radar. We've talked about this before. Dyson Daniels plays on the Hawks.
Yeah,
they call
that's
him
a
the
good
Great
one.
Barrier Thief.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Because he's Australian.
Yep.
And, yeah. Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft Alvarado.
Another good one. That sounds more like a Chris Berman nickname, though. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But it applies because he's known as Grand Theft Alvarado. And then this one's a real deep cut. You guys have probably never even heard of this guy, Donovan Clingan. I think he plays for the Trailblazers. But
he's an NBA player?
Yeah, NBA player. Donovan Clingan. They call him Kling Kong.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good nickname. Kling Kong. How about this? So the NBA draft lottery is Sunday. And Solana, the Heat have been in the draft lottery 11 times.
Yep.
And I think, they have like a 1% chance of getting the number one overall and a 4% chance of 1 through 4.
Yeah, they have a 1% chance at winning the lottery, a 4.8% chance of moving up into the top 4. If anything, they'll just get a couple rebounds.
I just want to make sure that are you talking rebounds or punts?
Rebounds and assists.
Do you know who was the Miami Heat's first ever lottery pick?
The DJ.
Ronnie Cycli? No, because that was the expansion year. I think they just gave them the what was it? The number one, was it number one overall or
I don't think they had the number 1 overall pick.
But it wasn't. I don't think they were in the lottery back then. I think
Oh,
they just give them a pick.
The Heat's first ever lottery pick.
Beasley.
Nope.
Glenn Rice?
Glenn Rice.
Wow. G Money.
1989. Do you know what they were seeded to select that year?
No idea.
They were seeded to select number 1. They fell
to 4.
To number 4.
Oh.
Can you recall the 3 picks before Glenn Rice?
No chance. I'll tap out of this one.
The number 1 overall pick, if you can get it, man.
I want my buyout.
Can you give me a team?
Nope.
Because I'll know.
No, I could look it up. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Purvis Ellison.
Oh, Big Perv. Terrible nickname. Worst nickname of all time.
You want to know what his nickname was?
What was it?
Never Nervous Purvis.
Never heard of him in my life.
It shows you a little something about that draft. Purvis Ellison went to Louisville. Never Nervous Purvis is one of the best nicknames I've ever heard. Big Perv, one of the worst nicknames I've ever heard.
Could have went either way.
Stu God's had it, by the way. He texted me Never Nervous before I even said it.
Wow.
He's
crazy.
amazing at that.
Yeah. Never Nervous Purvis.
Never Nervous
By
Purvis.
who drafted Never Nervous Purvis?
Let me see.
Dumb.
The Kings.
Somebody dumb.
Sacramento Kings.
Wow. That checks out.
Yeah.
He,
Follow him to this day.
He was drafted in 89. He won the NBA Most Improved Player in 1992. So he got a little better a few years after he was drafted.
Big Perv.
Number 2, Danny Ferry. Where did he go? The Clippers?
Yes, he did.
What was
Never
Danny
heard of
Ferry's nickname? Do you have one? You guys remember him?
No.
Come on and ride the ferry. Yeah, Jack.
Danny Ferry. We need Coach L on for this one.
Oh, he knows all these players.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went
yeah.
number
Never Nervous
2.
Purvis. Yeah.
You probably recruited all of them.
Great mid-range.
And number 3 was Sean Elliott.
To the Spurs.
He had to go to the
remember
Spurs,
Sean
right?
Elliott. Yeah.
And then number 4, Glenn Rice goes to the Heat. And Ira Winderman writes in the Sun Sentinel, prominent selections after the Heat pick. Number 10 was Pooh Richardson.
Pooh, the big Pooh.
Don't use my out. Just yell big in front of their name.
The Pooh
Isn't
Bear.
there a baseball player, the big dumper?
Yes. Yes.
That's a bad nickname.
Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, Cal Raleigh. He was in the home run derby. Got a big dumper. It literally is the nickname because he has a big dumper.
Yeah, that big old white dude.
Yep.
He's a monster. Yeah,
got a big dumper.
Yeah, he does have a big dumper.
Pooh Richardson went 10th. Tim Hardaway went 14th.
Yeah, the
Sean
Warriors.
Kemp went 17th. And 26th, Vlade Divac.
Oh, legend.
And Ira wrote, worth noting, even by sliding to number 4, the Heat arguably still wound up with the best talent of the draft, as well as the player who would be the centerpiece of the 95 trade for Alonzo Mourning. Because
Glenn
I think
Rice
had they ended up with the number 1 pick, they probably would have been compelled to take Purvis, Never Nervous Purvis.
Was Glenn Rice better than Sean Kemp?
Was Glenn Rice better than Sean Kemp?
Sean
That's
Kemp was
probably
a
Ira's
monster.
going to join us tomorrow. That's probably a good question for Ira.
Because Glenn, I'm not taking anything away from G Money, but Sean Kemp was a monster too.
Yeah, but I think Glenn Rice had a better career, just like longevity wise. I think he had a better career. But the same can be said, like in the Wade draft. The Heat, I mean, obviously you would have wanted number 1 overall to get LeBron James. Don't get me wrong, but Chris Bosh goes 4, Darko Milicic went 2 to the Pistons, and Melo went 3 to the Nuggets. Like the Heat, it just happened to fall to 5, and Dwayne Wade was there. Like had they been 2, 3, or 4, Dwayne Wade doesn't come to Miami.
I feel like Stugat's part of the show because we did mention Sean Kemp. He texted Rain Man, which was his nickname.
Is that a good nickname? Because I think of the movie
Rain Man. Yeah. Why was Sean Kemp called Rain Man? Because he played in Seattle and it rains a lot.
Because the movie's not flattering. The dude that can count.
I mean, it was pretty.
No, did you see him at the bar with the lady? He didn't know what was going on.
He didn't have a lot of game.
Okay.
Rain Man, like REIGN.
Yeah, it's because he was raining down dunks.
Gotcha.
Sean Kemp was hell on video games back in the day.
NBA Jam.
Yeah, NBA Jam, Sean Kemp. Come on now, Jimmy.
All right, we got to wrap it up anyway because Joe Zagacki. You said Hurricane Hotline's at 6, Jimmy?
Yes.
Joe Zagacki's coming up. Dan Radakovich is going to join him. Jay Rokeach as well. Cast of thousands. If you want to hear the Marlins game tonight, it's on AM 560. And then we'll join it in progress on the FM here on 104.3. All right, everybody, have a great and safe Wednesday night. Go Marlins. We will speak with you mañana.
Swing at the big perv.